Adiachio no pay. Say ya da so ya tiasia. Ya beto jum na ye. Eradia ye. Adiachio no pay. Say ya da so tiasia. Ya beto jum na ye. Eradia ye. Because I made 2 adaji ebe boy if you say radia drum enti ene yenso yete sania yete yede that say ufo yenim ye ho so hwe no ade a chin ye no a opese ye bank ko bi no de na basa kese no eda me no mi enu so enti ne asore enye say usika bi a wo ana wodi bi a waje ana wa ho ofa bi e ya drum bi keke enti say ne bena no pay kwabna ne abena fo day nkwane ahoden wo mu afa sedama no enwene de obedie ni de obefra ne bebi abeda ene wade ton mu office niema bekoso enwene ho ni nyina ade acho no nko ade ode ni nyina abema wo eno so ne yefa ne amu akọ abasonko ede waba Adom TV Badwam tumadi ejuada de kosi ne fiada anopa ahomachi bia yetena se de kosi no nkono ebremo maame tra diamond no man hene kwabena sante afia amankwa tamaklo ene yete adwam enne mauli ena director yen kama de akọ ofi ampeduo bakenso ya chia o yamwache na PRO ne akwa na me sound guy na me refini de facha me bright enso wo ho na makeup artist for mtwitwi yanim fine Esther Ann ene Eugenia enso ewo mu Priscilla ne Ferguson enso eka production no ho na Dominic si yeboa ya do bia se ben so eka se designers oni PRO ya da mo ase papa oman hene kwabna asante egusua healing the wounds if you say enye betesa okosi anim na odi ntwa ya na agya nti weru bebu amanyofo tichi wo na epema mpani adwa no ya na enye bete so wo bekokun anim no odi ntwa na beto ho ase no enye bete we say omo ye obi kura bi anka beko supreme court ba we no dum so omo dia tumu sempo ana oman
ayo say no me ka wa ha no pa no me sa ko ka wa Adom FM anopa no mu ha awia no so mesisu wo ekosi sen very simple house for the nkunim leg ni de maka akire kotokofo eye dia eti nkunim die na the house for pa no omo refi say abotiri na ankasa ne de eno ne say obaji premier league yeni how
enti mo ye ho adwuma
omo de yen ahwefom na ekuo kitua ye nsuro da efi say ruade ka ye ho
yes
eti house for omo nko ye we show omo kusi na mum aka 3 matches
no
eno na ma she kumasi asante kotofo nkran say onyame de chair ye je 3 matches in a points in house 4 board draw minu
we ya ni so no predict
o so de o kumi
pa o bro mi enso 2 ye ba ko form 1 o dem predict o da ka sam no na o ya o board draw na ko ye draw na e 1-1 na sa so ba
enti ye ba watch da mo asese na bia man kwasi akara de mi ti say ya onyame na order na say o qualify ko so crave ye ni pa nyina na nya ni say e dey say o ti asese na matcho adwena ti just stay on to brain enti wa wo siesie ne uchinye no don't forget very very important because upia o she slippers as well this is the time cameraman dress in say the PM office way boot ne sa chinye ne jeans the kaki enti wo dwuma ne ma sa akonya na Mr. Ochinye de na I say walking stick no na for driver force much the kwan so yi very important insuo ne gugu sa arapaye be insuo ne gugu kakrakra enti hu say o shenka no so say o hwini na for ye one person so enye adwuma no de ye adwuma ne bi so ho no so kra mu achemienu enti mi pepa yi e pepa fajafa na no ebi so de nso ba akokra nhye so ebi de nso de ba akopɛ ba akoro so ano no nyina ewu enti asi sa abrem ye kanea ye wipers ne ye tie na e break ni nyina no ye hwɛ na eni ho dwuma na ebeboa eno ada na trotro be miensa fiesta kwan so nsuo to kikikiki no na emse car na sese na sisi ho na o hwɛ passengers no mo si ejina eju no o man no ba bi o ma twere ko jina driver so ye mfom so 1 second
ade o me ye wo so obi abre so ho na wo kɔ na kɔ yesa
public transport no so no yesre mo mpejam ene de ukọ Ford for mo pejam machine new plan for pejam machine VIP for pejam machine enti mo so a onyame adaro mo so mo boy kakaka no mo so mo pejam machine bibia enti enko kama ene e brada efri sabe kopem se no nkono boy yina asede ase adwuro man Ghana ho e ma de ko du mpempen so ese du na menka say na efise mo ho ana empese mo agokansie wo ho ahose pe na ebna den ahose pe ba china
okay
nti na yiro no beto ankomo no so professor wala se beto ankomo no so afi yetimi edi ejuma nemom Alex Badwam also yako Alex Badwam construction Alex Boama construction mabo odi ankasa me nua panyi won totro so ye ba beta wachi ya wada fiada na ne kwasiada ne me ndare nyina bra o kokata o ma amechi so adofo nyina mon kai Alex Badwam construction for one of our pride wabo for ye pa
mano yako
yako kese pa na de ma na yankota na chi na otwe ni ntimi ni djuma soro kokra eno achi so ma mentwi highways for adwini si shia se ofra na airport holes nketu amini bi na wo ti say dem say
adani manhole
a shift here report holes no eya ben manhole
aben wi
dino
eno ayi kaneshi odoko kwa so be news na wo so nya kra
eti
ho nya kra
ye besre highways for because na e call Botiano
English hono
me fi omukure mu from you know amount from Botiano the
Botiano English
the masai na mo fanche but the me pache mo hu dada na no dey kwotena hono na ye me ko blame MC ni MP no na mo mama dishia se kane na nka assembly na de tutu na mo no e clear nya de free o se to se ya ana ye be auditor me ka chom se enye o mo adwuma e highway for adwuma na mo pim highway pim bo ensiaga eni na enu ye free ho ana
enso na sakuje
asa ayi pim
nti kwani nyakura
nti esre ayi for mo ntra mo to so so ba ha
ye ka we so no tesa no hodie GTCC
tesa no Ghana Telecom
University ohun sa ni mo ho no ho no so to flood pa up till now me den so to da so wo ho kakra bi say de mo Tiram busa say assembly be ase. I was by now omo bete say gata ni mu na afu because
sa ho nan kasa de ensuo to ta ho pa nya na ase.
Anti America say menim say me say antwen na sa to bi o so omo ye. Say gata me sure say mu asi. Bi won say anwea no am say atwea akogum. Ti o so omo beti mu.
Say da na me ka say English but ya man from omo Anyano, Utility Cathedral. So MP Nika said about 50 trucks.
Wow.
So because of Motiano.
Yeah.
So
because ensure no money you want to me and train. Because of course unnecessary traffic. Ensure to traffic catch. Na kwan na sa block make sure GTCC. Or they call police depot honum penny for me assembly.
You can say PRO. Too free kaswa no because one of the challenges are not awon is insota kaswa berry tobuto no on say baby asamoja wono honi na anwani nyina
na be ku kwan ni mu e so mu bro
ye omu bre say nye bre say ye na asodin na dia bedu sam pepe so nye aban we na aban dia twem ko asodin because ye de obi asi ho say aha nye bia say esi dan wo obi wa assembly and obi wa ban mu na Ghana adwuma bi mo office adwuma no and so ehwehan and do you know who is building there
do you know me
if we don't know who is building there and wakosi a now they call him and we see obi asi dan asi sa issue bia issue be fa nti se do nipa kro no wa na abebore dan na chi na atwa kwan ni ma ba mo e form na omo ni problem bia no
na oni bi se na sapon so eho kire no
but the support was the wall, you know, said in Nabugu.
And what you be as some walk and so
that's the
ensure quaya, yes, see, I could see dances so and so no, or Irano quaya, baby, I know
that's the challenge.
Now, there's any of my show for now. Maybe I won't swim forward that. Since you are foul pa, I say,
yeah, I saw
ultimate foul shade. Yes, you see, ya dan won't so quite yeah tutu nwuragu gata mu yenyai nso to bremu an ye wo no e bia enye wo na beba so but e kwa kodi obi ewu ti mu ma yenyai sa ne ma no na red aso message na eno so mu ye ni so so you okada so ye delivery ye nto ye bo hu red sign no ana red light na yenyina da bia nipa fa nya ho na ade moto befa yenya abotre na wo moto kura mu ni traffic mtu de gina ho e sho gina ho ewie pa na wo koi na dia asumdie
di
aba
it's say
yeah na also no fearful
boko na I to say esi e tunu for semento time no na menja home use ties
tire de shekase
tu mu na mofo moto home use ache we de mo fa me share se no kwa na me try e hwe paper ni yes
and then the say futu ni buy
oh say home use ties no dodo na no edi kan enye
okay
ye toso dodo na so enye ya kwan no ho
na ye
koba na aba
okay
intino ana times na nim say expiry date expire dodo na expire ana o mo say na trek so nipa bi no eto home use ties there baze am so mutimi printing e draw lines no at 2 minutes say o say we dey e wose we dey say
so one na say
do you as a mono no and but o ka wie no o ko mono fo no ho so a ne bo no e wom dey but ayi who say o betimi manage to 2 years anim or 2 years de e had nyame ye wo tu na mo no nyame obe e die say no bi say anopa bia aduma wo ye anopa bia na wo twe mu anopa bia between 7 to 7:15 odi djuma bi de say djuma na odi no obetimi dia tu
okay dia na
okay iri pay de o Adom fefe o si enye fufuo ni eyi amedi HBC dan e bi afia kwa
ba me
ba
si ke to fufuo na si dan sa no be so chenya sa but o ma yenya fa so dodo pe
okay
because someone ekofa enye se second hand enye kurasa etero bia ensate anya pente so asen na so okodwa so a na se e ka kire no odwa no se we are spark obeba or the beba beton ma ne nia ga na ni no yenya fa so dodo pe enye omo eton time ko obi ton tosia na wo no wa hyehyɛ wa ade mu se ya ase ni nyina empro ya eyenketenkete no so ye ba ko employer eyenketenkete na ode ani akese no eguso na ye wakono no akoto
I say Jenny no
aye se ngwa na omoton wo enyinam kwa so
we mistake ase nyina anya papa
ya bo ade ni musa ma na pu enti bo so ode me se bi guso a odu ho no aye ni se abakasa eyema na ebi nso angwa na ketenkete na egu ase mumma ye nyesa
na gidi be kra ni kra ya
mumma ye nyesa na omo ye kanfo omumman no adwenpa ene yipepepe ye na aye omumman ne sa
na sala this week ya na weekend na me ka kire obi say ya say Ghana be ye messages ye bu ye nyina ye bu me ya say ye nyina ye free mu fi say ebe ye na ye ka no e ma wo me ba no so be wo no so be wo adwene na ye de ye na
eno na de kosa
messages ye clear ye nyina
yanko fa kase bona kan
obi anya ni famu de nketenkete na yenye Ghana for yenye ni papa papa
de so ye papa no ko be ka so ana wo ma na ye ona be ni ye
me the daily guide democrata na esase anopei Ghana mampani na adodanko akufado ene ne ho kane Rebecca akufado no mote ha na ne nyina ne se nipa kan dwumade no a enura 28 June esase no mampani na busia nso won wa kokan won enti no ho asem ene ne mfoni na wa ha no pay daily guide say Nana Baumia counted enti na chese mampani na be de akire Dr. Mahmoud Baumia so enura wo kan won Atmota Forest robbery gang leader grabbed e hona ye je wo man o se o me ro mo tia o tia o
we don't even come with them on first we don't me too manifest cry
nya me ho ya mo
na me kono maza family phone na ko baby
entikrati na yate ne da hanum say ya Shadrack Boache ena wagu Boache for no Shadrack for ni mu asi Shadrack Boache anti wagu sa for na mu asi this your people Boache be che no Boache na say ni din ni ye ne sa ha enti no ho asem ena no pay e da ha ya say 150 we euro sign on euro 150,000 euro startup for Ghanaian students in the UK yasempa enti no so ho asem eno no efa guidance here
and also guide
is it daily guide
daily guide
and I'm say the papers no
hey okay guide mama kenya chire ha mama
ayo
guide the booklet na chire ha na o see the race is still on you can
yes we can
na very much you want to jamfia nim no dey kan no to say mu odin
aba he kase fia say enne no pesia esio beto oni mama bi omo manye ye ho still kotoko enne no pesia esio beto na ewia se anane ayebutu
mimi team na nka ho
debi o kan ho na ase usro uyi usro mama bi attack. Mama bi na alaji group. Mama bi ehu kura.
Oni akoma ba kokura. Nti me wo awe we na bi wati.
Eno mama bi de utop.
Enye jwa kete o. Mabura kaza kwa msifa kai. Ko kuba ku. Nana hisi oji. Je mabura kaza.
Eti afi wati ase o ma hin greetings o. Afi de wati ase.
Yerisi. Ya kofa kase bono. Eno achi. Jumedi ahodo osu didi su kama ye kwama.
Nonsia boade sima ma me mamu nyina ache me da se mu akwa ba de wo ba Adom TV kase so ebinada no pay ensem asie no na braso sa wotibie anopa ensam no de etodwa wo betibi ni enkramantam mu soafo de 500,000 ama adwadifo a wona eto je nenom ni ade wa boblo hihye wonye nyame ya adom a onfanya lorry fare na onko aginkutuku yede mu nsam no ebebramo Pantan hospital workers enso buafu aban se twom fi se wo mu hunu se aban wo mo bambo ho nsam ehia no eno ni nsam bi na no pay me de bro Adom TV kase Facebook/Adom TV kase no wo ho ye wo hia ne se odo comment ni begu ho na wo like wo wie nso a share na obia enhwe bi bidin de afia amankwa tamaklo nyabre ne tie se de nsam no enchiremu ankasa ete Pantan hospital adwumayefo ena wo mbuafu aban no sa aban no de wo mu hwa mo bebre efa won mo bambo mo ensem wo mo kiremu a bebia hospital ne sie sesia no sesia hoho bia ba bejeje won sa asana baso fosuo bia na sa fesuo bia ntwa hospital no hu enhia wo mo aka mpanifo ntie no a wo ye kire won sama wo de tudwa no eni
Honorable Minister of Health ebae obehye yembo say aban ani di achi aban ebe taking measures awole asasi aboye ho ban awole protective frontage no o kan sen we nyina na so ene mo ba e mo amudu moni ahu hospital ni ato wala fa ho ana hospital na nim no eda ho ana ya ka nyina ne say enye ya pe say health workers ye be jai adwuma na ye patient ebebre enye ye patient for say na ekoso na ekoso nanso yenso yankwa ho hia ti omo to won ko si 80% a ebe ma ya rehemu say oh e bi a we there on be wie at 20 na ka ho ti until say ye be hu so ma to won no adru sa 80% ne there say see ade ye ni meetings yenko meetings bi abiem
yada semiento aso na ye monwura yensam foforo emu na enkramantam mo soafo ye Henry Cote na ye wodi sika botin 500,000 Ghana cedis amadwadifo wona eton je nenum ne ade nyina wa bobloshi se wonye mfanya lorry fare na nyame ya doma da July bosome de di kan a woso wo monko aginkutuku no wo mo ede asesa wonne makọ Adom kase edeba
se onyame ya doma mo nyina mahu ye de o mamba baby a eye aban ama omo 500,000 Ghana cedis womo fanya transportation from Braha ye can susu biem say nyame adoma on the 1st July Thursday we will moving womo beba ye the office of the chief imam say ye the ahemfo the traditional rulers ni nyina say ye the security intelligence agencies say ye the Blakema Central MP anyone mo ogbo nyina ama ene ya bedru ha
Mayentoa so na NDC amanyoko no semampani adodanko akufuado enhwehwe the ministers no emu de nam sunti ema Ghana Power Generation Company contract ya ye no wo mko ye no ene wo no mo ahwehwetwemu sameja mfin sentwefo hwemudie ene ode nsemi etudwa.
The question we want to ask those who keep disturbing our ears with this propaganda about excess capacity charges is why has the Akufo-Addo government extended the duration of the car power PPA executed by the NDC Mahama administration? This is why the wrongful termination of the GPGC EPA by the Akufo-Addo government and the avoidable financial loss it has caused the nation is unpardonable. The NDC, ladies and gentlemen, hereby calls for investigations into the circumstances surrounding the unlawful termination of the GPGC EP, particularly the alleged so-called recommendation by the Ahenkra Committee for the termination of the said GPGC EP.
Ewom saban ebo no homoden pa se nsuo pra wo mo bebo ho eban na se de galamsefo ase no nka atimi asa agina ne na so biem se de obo ade de eche yeye nenso ene yade hye bi guso kasa se omonyo nsuo ne se ya na ese ye ntinke be ya mpanifo enkoso ana wo mbedi wodwuma no wo ho se be ye obenya nsupai ebi ano.
First net me seven ma fe de ntimi nsan mo ko ne tantan tan ye ne poto.
I didn't na mana basa.
Galamse na.
Galamse sen aban se omunya.
Ya ka amumya.
Ya ye kwa chin se ye dua yetimi sebinim enne ye ntimi mfa anya hwe asai kra. Galamse fo no mo sensuo no. Enti omunya galamse no na ye ho ntoye ye nsuo nyina sei.
Dansami area sa oho area na omutu galamse no. Enti ama nsuo no eni no entumi ensisada de tia na tie.
Tiene first na ye ene de asai. Adwuma ni Ghana hanti galamse na mema de omunya na nya itina. Oba ama ofa dwuma mra na nkwala ne sunya enya binye no omunya galamse ne tuo nya sa galamse ne mbetu akopum se wiase bese
ne tipa ayutumi de ye bibia ye ti enom kama yanwade na ne de ai hunu kra achen ayo friends ahabala ede si jaso
Adrobafo ya womo efa Accra Winneba Kaneshi kwantempo no so na etia no womasam nyina ne se abanye ibra ne befa sa kwan so so mo fa so kra na ise mo he se de odogo bi nu abemudo mo nte hwe kra kwan nya kra aneni nyina ada ne manholes kwan no munye o so wo dane wo behu ana ada fom na cars e bo moto no mu ne ade nyina ne gina kwan nya nya nti adom kase ne ahyenkafo yi edi nkomo
Dinsa je kwan se na ye from here to Atiko nyina kwan nya kra boss on se no be mi be maye e kwan se ache pa omo be 2 years ne be se den no mutumi ye ni test kan nkwa no mudi na 4 years na be subium 4 years na be subium wa sem nkwa no mudi
esa ya ache esa ya ko 2 years abru 2 years ya ka media fo bebere abetwa
ni won se e be na kwa pa ye se bi aga asa me ba ko se bi aga mo se process mo se bi ar pesa to ya ma be ya ma and I hope they have machines in the country for here. I hope they do they have answer
na bubu masa na mintumi ho oman ye to aba na ya na ase ya nto aba na ye ahakura nya se bush road bi e highway ye ka highway wange se what ase every car bi atumi fa heavy and we highway pa hwe adana ha se moto wo ye se wo ye photos ni nti wantumi anko na car pan e bo no because of se kwan ne ya nka obetuma twem fast anta na ka na edu ho so what ase be nam se kwan na enye ne photos na adi nti masa ye bre abana nti wo hu aha ya kra o aha nya crash baby nti baby a corners baby anya kra utumi ye na we highway na ngasa so hwe wo de fa ha ya se de wo ko kanisi
so odu ana wo se wo so kra na mo se kai bi fi ana wo so enye ye nti photos in the have dwen papa na nya hanko a almost every junction bi a traffic light obi e bi wo ho no nti photos no de so
Mamenkwa wutu Senya West mansi no mo pani a osho education so Godwin kwesi akwa ahe ene wode afutu ma mabunu wona wo senior high school ne tertiary schools ahodo mo ewo mansi wo sere wo musuban bone ne ye bone bi a wo mo da na die ewo social media so no kabe ya won munyai na mo ho madwene no susu ye nyina nkwangu masua so ne no ene won dache
so omuko school a omehwe no mo sua de yi na mwatwa mu free social media bad practices a man kwada etumi deviate from their own purpose and objectives say be ya sika ye pese ye de support no e wo be ba fa so da chi no mo nyi anyira ye penimpa no mo de abesom constituency no na constituency na fa nto papa ifra.
This first year infrastructure and human capital development. Human capital development in different forms. Back here, educational scholarships, tertiary students, 30. For the next level, skills training. Your students bear for or more East Legon Design and Technology Institute this year, or more a course in precision detailing. And that's CODVET, a new TVET institution. You register over 150 youth in the MBSSI program.
Bear fintemuni na dum amana boni ekọ kwawu twnedu ase ewo kwawu South Mensi mu wapoye mantamu de beto dwa se wo nsuo no enye krakrak wo munyi bi kura no wo manom eno na ebeka ho ma wo ma de hye ye wo Northern America ekeka wo ho bom enne kokohwa ade wa ye nsuo kama de ama wo mo ho nsam ene
Chinasofo ma ye wo US before COVID no na ye kan ho bom nti say ya ti Chinaseman kuo of Northern America na meka ekuo no ho na ye dwendwen ho no ho say nsuo ayedin ye de betu mpanifo nim say yeso kakra ye betimi aye aboa no ye ba beye ena nanan kan say nsuo de ehia pa na ye nsuo sem no efri tete no aye nim no etisa nti no se ye betimi atu boreholes a nanka ya be ya ma wo nti no yeso ye kekan ensase kakra na sika enya ye no ena ye say ba betu boreholes.
Yenyina no so na Adom TV kase na ha na bema kwan ne ade ne nyina asie medin afia amankwa tamaklo be ko edi agudie mo nsam Professor Ike Wallace ayekrado ede ba ene wa afisam so ebe me de se de bia wo ye no no wobetie ebia na wo kwa adwuma woni ha wo Facebook/Adom TV a nyina wobetimi ahwe wo phone so na afi watie enkomo ne bi pensem hu so beba na woche ebremu promote ansam foforo beba sa Adom kase edase.
Kensi on Senpai Sakana no page within the Enoch Kwesi Walanyo Wallace Agudie catch bakope the only nomenclature of the professor's degree in sports the Regina Wallace the nation's presenter and medicine kunya ekwana kwantin coordinates mawdo en Sakana no penso e wo Ghana Agudie ejao boafo heba om the boafo capsules na fe boafo ointment netia ba omodin down set me kan ointment ni bia for external use or personal sisi ujonku nkwala iko school ko tu si so ama na ehwese na mesi ko so a na hweti ahwan set me kan boafo ointment bia faster asoma no boafo capsules nso memene bi na mo apomodon sem enyina pintin weradim we mu any sponsors etachiri ye kanana 1xbet. I've always told you that betting is better than sakawa. Betting the hintasima woni se utwa ne befu anadi ne befu utwa ne kuma bia de ne kuma sa no manum tibo modin da so pe bet etime twa dia ntempa so man sanka 1xbet we japade bi says ka ukwedan na sasase ntempa so betia koton na din na begu so na we twa 1xbet udi ne befu eboa ema otime japade bebre na obepim fie ha na se intense wa na bia di chacha amomo bomo dan so ema ye de ho etete o chacha chiri no yaso a shi bruta tibo modin da so do ho betia san gym 1xbet mo madama wo mo na etachira boa ema ye de na no penso komo ewa ko kansi mu ejao yen sha se fanfi Euro 2020 multi TV ana Adom TV ekofa san hye so kwetia san bae ye ka kire se modern da so sabetia kan HD plus decoders na betia boa ema nya the feel experience bo modern da se fi sabere ko sanya kan bia onsan kan HD plus decoders na betia boa ema Adom TV matches na ye de ebro selected ones no nso etia san hwe ye ba radio so a Asempa 94.7 FM Adom 106.3 FM na Finch FM enso etwa all the matches na go intempa so bo modern da se wantimi nya no TV a ukọ radio so sabetia kan na na hye esi ekọ yen hye se fanfie no results etima pm Croatia 3 and half Spain 5 obemu France 3 Switzerland 3 omo at the penalty separate the boys from the men ekoba se France and no hye na hye nesi kọ so a na hye se omaso ye hye Switzerland 4 and etwon 5-4 on penalties a womo ekokọ manim ewo Euro 2020 enura kansi nim enti na channel soma me se hwese na ma esia kwa na matches na 8 yansa to asmiru na eba esanse bayre bako emoma homa England beton se da fa Germany Adom TV e be san dia bro live eno be se no nan na yesinkunya be se no miensa brem de na yesinkunya ye de san hye so kwetun ba Sweden ene Ukraine be born 7 pm ene ti channel soma me se we ene hye champion for ade egu akwamu na yenkom e wa Adom tactical board so na fa hwese na ma esia ko King Reginald abepim ha wode common 18 ba betway say for the love of the game woman and attach na face Savannah Paint from Azar Group woman attach pa say we all go paint some madama and Ken Reginald at the tactical board no it's me abro Ken bibia bokode
Adom ne mobro
okay nyame Adom and England versus Germany Adom you tactical board yenkoso e
well osha another clash of the Titans and England and Germany no omo history no ewo echiri pa anytime we as two teams we be share no na as a game na as a tournament no e dey ahon keka kakra bi aba tournament ni ohwe 1996 Euro 96 England and Germany meet e was semi-final. That was a big game. Germany team winning on penalty shootout. England current coach, I find Gary Southgate, on no boss penalty.
went in Yansha and ma England if he was a tournament in it. And Osha Fitisa time no anytime be England be Germany biano na I can see in Moya ding. England and Germany a major tournament be a knockout stage. The last time England shared Germany was the year 2000, Euro 2000. Alan Shearer, former Newcastle United, Blackburn Rovers striker, no, only the only goal of the game, Edinburgh, England. Ne on a group stage, but after almost winning so much, no, both teams in a group stage, and also as far back 1975, and England, it share Germany, a competitive game, now as and also a World Cup qualify, Wembley, and after that, no multi-mission game be a competitive. Wembley and Osha any game one before say tactical play ebe juma game near the tactics be juma Joachim Low any Gary Southgate or in charge of both teams no or no anobetimi carry they move across the next stage of the competition and Osha England set up our omodeba against anymore near Osha for previous 3 matches they played their first game against Croatia, they won 1 goal, and on the second game against Scotland draw goalless. And our third game was against Czech Republic. Almost share Czech 1-0 on the qualifier at the top group. No? And also Germany, so our first game was against France. They lost the game by 1 goal. And second game was against Portugal. They won 4-2. And also quite almost fast, so they said 4-2, 4 goals. No? And our third game against Hungary, almost 2-2. Before say German team, no, almost seen the BB Kakra, our tournament mobile. Almost starting the year, but almost finding almost fit. Osha starting lineup ay goalkeeper man no or Bayern Munich no better post mo dia mo money ba with back three say no starting in here Antonio Rudiger of Chelsea be body a few right hand side ho then Matt Hummels of Borussia Dortmund be bo as a center libero na Abrante Feno Matthias Ginter I will see na kan Edema Atlanta and also the back three actually hold the Germany so it's Ginter Matt Hummels, then Antonio Rudiger. Then Oberhan will say, you have Gosson of Atlanta, then Toni Kroos of Real Madrid, Gundogan of Manchester City, Joshua Kimmich, then Kai Havertz of Chelsea, then Gnabry, former Arsenal, Bayern Munich striker, on obey leading lines, then Leroy Sané, former Manchester City, Bayern Munich player, who will also operate from the right-hand side. Now, England, Jordan Pickford will be imposed. Then Kelly Walker, former Tottenham Hotspur's Manchester City player, will replace Rice James on the right-hand side. That will be right back. Okay. Then the left back will be Luke Shaw of Manchester United. Tyrone Mings will go to the bench. Harry Maguire will replace Tyrone Mings. Then John Stone of Manchester City will be pairing with Harry Maguire. And and the central defenders, Then Kelly Walker will play from the right-hand side. Then Luke Shaw from the left-hand side. Over center of the midfielder, you have Declan Rice of West Ham United. On the best sitting in front of the back four to make sure say or best sniffing those penetrating pass, from German side, Then Mason Mount will play as left wing attacking player. Then he will penetrate through the center of the midfield because he is technically good and technically skillful. Have the physical presence to make sure that Toni Kroos will not be pushing through the middle or Benya space or in between Harry Maguire and John Stone. Now Harry Kane will be leading the line as the lone striker. This is Harry Kane, the Tottenham man. He will be leading the line. Then Raheem Sterling will open the game to your far right. Phil Foden of Manchester City, the 22-year-old boy, will be operating from the left-hand side of the attack of right-hand side of the attack of England. Now, so game here opener. Kevin Phillips of Leeds United will quickly join the midfield action here. Then Rice James will open the game here. Kelly Walker will push forward. John Stone will come like this. Harry Maguire will push a little bit. Then Luke Shaw will be doing the surging run for England. So, and I say, a back to you because Rice James, Babe replace then Kevin Phillips will come like this. Then Mason Mount will join Harry Kane. Then Phil Foden will come here like this. So this time around, you see Kali Walker is not surging forward. Kali Walker have to stop Joshua Kimmich from getting the rhythm of the game. If you allow Kimmich to penetrate, if you allow Kimmich to hold on to the ball and set forward through the line, you will be creating space for Serge Gnabry here. Now, Serge Gnabry, being the lone striker of the team, will be pushing forward, then be joining the attack. Leroy Sané will shift, then create space for Toni Kroos. So that Toni Kroos will get much room to operate as typical orthodox number 8. Ike Godogon will now join the center of the midfield as the defensive midfielder. Then Mark Hummelt will open the game. Jinta will come like this. And Joshua Kimmich will be surging forward like this. So Foden will have to stop Joshua Kimmich from getting the rhythm, then sending in that decisive passes are a bit creative problem. Ediama England, no. You see, Gnabry is here. Kai Havertz will quickly join the action if they are pushing forward. Omo percent omo dominating our England have own half area. Then Kai Havertz of Chelsea have to join Gnabry. Then Toni Kroos will be joining the center midfield. Ike Godogo will be replacing him. Now, say England nyabo now. Harry Kane have to quickly open the game. They join the attack as the lone striker. Then Raheem Sterling, who have scored 2 goals, our England goes on my tournament now, will join him, then play as auxiliary striker because he is tactically disciplined and only physical presence. And to all money to mean join it top or join it top or Buleno. Always he have to be closely behind Harry Kane. Send your Harry Kane back closest space, the mano. Now, say Harry Kane closest space, the mano. Now England a shift attacker. Then Phil Foden quickly have to join this thing. Then confuse Joshua Kimmich to stop him from moving forward. If they do that, then they will start frustrating the German national team. And then they bet me say England enya tactics ni year. Or bet me coming out victorious all game no. You see, there is a guy called Gossen Hill, Atlanta brand, you know, where another also damage, you know, Germany side, no. Say England are extra careful. No more the when you see Joshua Kimmich too much, so say onona Germany be bia omoye bia no. Onona ye the architect of German goals omoye throughout the tournament. Then it means Mason Mount have to make sure say he quickly stop this guy from surging forward. Then Coulson will be getting room here because Sané will be pushing like this, then confusing Harry Maguire, then Gossen will be creating space here. And no normal year you have 4 goals against Portugal. No? And Osha Omo last goal now. On a Gossen fast ball no, I was center of the midfield. There was much space because now as a Pelena and William Carvalho, Oman closing it down. And then as England, so more fairly say if they are moving forward, no more sending Kevin Phillips and the joining attacker. Then there is going to be a big space here for Serge Gnabry, then Gossen. That is going to do the damage for the German side as well. So both teams have to be extra careful, much cautious on the field of play. No more who say, me a close each player down. Someone it will be extremely difficult. Match where we produce goals. So Osha Euro 2006.
Match where we produce
goals. Yesterday was goal galore. Spain scored 5, then Croatia scored 3, and Osha France scored 3, then Switzerland also scored 3. This game, if the tactical play of both coaches a year Juma to perfection now, we will see a lot of goals. If some back with defensive mind, you see England can also come with back 3 and pack their back with Kevin Phillips here. Closing Serge Gnabry. Then Declan Rice will push back like this. Harry Maguire will come like this. Stone will come like this. Then Kelly Walker will come like this. Then they won't be pushing forward. It's only Luke Shaw who will be doing the runs up front for them. Then Sterling will come back to the orthodox number 10 position. Toni Kroos will have to shift to the central midfield position for England. Then Harry Kane will play like this with Foden. If they do it like this, 2 up front with 3 midfielders, now I'm pack back packet 2 players in front of the back 4 too, it will be very difficult for the Germans to operate in the defensive area of the English. So yes, answer there. Then it means Antonio Rudiger have to quickly join Matt Hummels here. Then cancel Harry Kane. So Matt Hummels will feel free as the libero and be doing the sweeping behind on Ginter and Rudiger. He will be playing as a libero. So the last World Cup, your boy, Germany FIR. On say no more guy be no friend Wolf na ono na fancy be Antonio Rudiger boss is here no. Ono no be cancel Rudiger be cancel Harry Kane. Then Mahuma will be playing as the libero. Then this guy will be sniffing Phil Foden off. Then you see Phil Foden is very good with the ball. If you give him space, he will operate from the flank. So you have to close him down. If they do that, then the German too will be finding it difficult to operate from the flanks. That is going to make the midfield very cagey. And then remember goals in a better game, no. A bit me slim margin. And a bit depending 2-30 coaches, no, at the better game, no. I'm foreseeing Gary Southgate with the 3 matches he have played so far opening the game because it's a 2 goals pen washer. And if you come back with compact back 4, now over parking center of the midfielder, it will be a huge problem for the 3 Lions to go through.
See, Adom Tatika, Euro Tatika board, no, Ken Reginald, and Alternate Cano, or no, a chief scout, Ubi Pimo Ghana Hadia, Mantia Sebenyado, Omudi game Nechi, and for Messia Deo game, no, Ken Reginald, Edima Cotton Panene, or the Adom Euro Tatika board. 2020 Jumedi 18 Eja Shannon Smam Sebetu from paying for Techina for Savannah Paint from Azar Group. Say we all go paint some Techri pa and a Nivea men deep range of products Techri MTN say everywhere you go and a CD low price masters Eddie affordable and durable electrical home appliances at back of Pebito now for Club Beer Mwede now for DBS Industries Limited. We truly are your roof experts now for Alliance Insurance Alliance Life Insurance we secure your future. Dura Plus baby could be almost Sunday a water tank best 5,000 liters and the Sony Guatafa, Ugari Beno, now the B sat, the opposite DB and between the year, a Dura Plus 4 Nediaba, nothing so crano. Oko McDan Group Limited, provide cutting edge business solutions to clients. And I feel Jama Sub Seminar Penny, but more than that, the better single so I missing a camera. At Adibia between Senya Bia, I film Bia and Jama Sub, and Nida will see wine, say your partner for clean air clothes. And I feel so 2021 population and housing census, Mr. Fianra Conwabo Kobe Bia Kofi, Yankin Count Fan Kagana for Senabea, a bank of Amoba near Charles Sabitia Kebi, away a population and housing census, and also a Browemo and a touch boy. Emma Yadia we can see on some price I cannot pay so it jao. But Chanosman said week 31 of the Ghana Premier League and no matches liberty of Karela 1 and after drafts 4, Kim Faisal 2, Lagos City 0, winning shares on Coco 20 PM. Ubemwa Natures a house of folk still at a throw with 59 points Kotoko, Eda Asia with 56 points. Now for Great Olympics, the third team or 49 points. Now for Dreams, Eda 4th with 48 points. Mediama, Eda 5th with 48 points. Now for Wafa, and so that's 6th with 47 points. Karela the 7th with 46 points. And I feel so Adriana Stars, Eda 8th with 46 points. 9th, no, Ashanti Gold with 41 points. Lagos City the 10th with 38 points. Now for Bechem United, Eda 11th with 38 points. Drafts. Eda 12 with 37 points. Now for Chelsea, Eda 13th with 37 points. 11 Wonders, Eda 14th with 36 points. Kim Faisal, Eda 15th with 36 points. Now for Elimina Sharks and Anei Omatia Betum, 16th position with 35 points. Liberty Professionals, Eda 17th with 35 points. Now for Interlies, Eda 18th position with 26 points. One as well teams Makumako, Bensi Dunum. And I say, do and sono, and the Sina Pampa Soa, one for Kitchen Crank and Wimo, and a year and she shares some cook and pencil, the Ebrel, both for her bad day, air for ointments, and a for capsules in the tertiary, and a 1S bet. I've always told you that betting is better than Sakawa from Jim, then what Emmanuel 18 to year. Euro 2020, no, now I shall know some say, who will listen as a turn is your Ken Reginald, and a day a year at Dom Euro Tatica board and Anopedia, so it's me brain, Betway, and I feel Savannah Paint from Azar Group, or Madama. Woman attached me the science shells on Queen say, Yamia Doma, and then on 9 cents share, 9 far a year and they give no so 18 Sambrel, a bed there, but by 3 o'clock there, now you're sensing Kunya, now for Molly Mutitiachira, Yasha woman Yama 18 Queen, for Ghana for Koju, ni or that Lamte Bebene, now for Abuba Karidamba, and Subitia Santas, now for Sebea, you beat me about Master Casey. ayo de o baby obi hard working Sergio Manucho and the team 70 gun krata so beja me and I feel so mauli etime boy in terms of direction I feel when chima my keme wonderful camera guys for makeup to make down so ya dear pa and attach the boy my sanche so quick Ken Reginald and I'll tell cancel no so eden kuma if it tactical board meeting by me then the Professor Ike Wallace a good year catch back up Ghana's number 1 and I'm a sanche so quick sabrel Emma Hussein and Yama ACL course the nation's presenter with the BC and Madam Wasia Chelpi. The act of being a good guest is to now to say goodbye.
Memo ate ne mpre so ye de ahia wa fisem komo chiche so wo Badwam so me da se titiro mu aya na mo hwe no wo Facebook no ye da se pa fi so bi ho ade achi oboa ne ho akwa adwuma so Adom TV ho donti ene phone yi no wo hwe so sa na ye ade kakra na wo hwe na wo comment na wo share ye da se wate nyame sha se de bia wo ye ne sa wo so wo hwe no TV so Eda sepa busia matena se wa fisem so na ene nkoma ayedie no ye dwendwen ye mema no apomuden ho nsem ho won se ye mema mro ho na te sa yere no na se mema ntiapa eba ne sa hefo ne be from eno nti ena no pe ye bedi nkomo ne adwendwen mema apomuden ho nsem ho me Dr. Chemate o se oye Alan Cash Junior eti we say wo sori am de beje no we cash there so tumi cash to ho ana makafu ni richi meboa asem na no na emumu no yenkomo ayeba bedi no enyuma koya daromenti ye wosa akwanya no Jory Farm butchery semen control say no ya brene abefo ayi amanone saa so ho enti se kokko no mankasa ye bi wo mayim na wo pese wo munkunu nya ho adwuma asoma wa apomode kwa so kama na omo siesie baby a wo bia na omo de abro enti enkokko won sam de bomode na frɛ 0208 121 199 na omo sort out enti Jory Farms ho asem eno no yada sari anope ahokeka ne akokoduru a yede di nkomo no age se yetwe yesen ama yenum ada ho ansa na ebetumi anya saa akokoduru no na opese wanum na ho na wose a wotwi ne so wose ne ntumi nya fitaa ene age se wo de Shinex ultra whitening toothpaste ena ebechicho se kai se uye na nwumre nso ka ho aboa pa entime kanfo e de ama obetumi akotobi aton obetumi nso akwakotobi na one ofiefo mo de atwimose ama monum etumi akoyie numbers a obefra wo mafaso no eye 0202 018615 and I say 0262 210660 wonsa ebetumi akabi na eno dan chenso of Franco Trading Enterprise semen kancho say Euro 2020 no a ekoso ntino wo de eye promotion bia ba ene say wo ba beto laptop wo ba beto phone anasa wo ba beto TV no wo mo tete ne nyina so se ne be ya ba bia wo nam bia wo hwe Adom TV a ye ne ama ya kwanya se match no ye nyi bie ne hwe no so ho na ne wo laptop no hwe no so wo phone no na hwe no so ansa na TV so du fie a ana wadwuma mu a wa hwe no so enti kwana koto wo bra wo kwakoje discount Franco Trading Enterprise atete so de me ne wo kan upemu nkyeremu bia ka ho a frɛ 0246 422 338 and I say 0555 939 311 Franco Trading Enterprise dear still no a for papa fie ene ehonom afa me kan fo Yaksen Heba Center for draw friend say Yaksen Heba Mr. no ama say so wonam ye oya pa dia enjo ho akini eno na wo hia wonya no mpe obehu se honam ya oni nyina wo mo apa ba bia fa so atiase na te se tutu afi onipaduanim na wanya wapomden ni ahokeka o de bebo adwuma enti fra Yaksen for ewo sa number si so 0244 723 541 and 0275 9070009 na wonsa entumi enkebi enti kaina se no so say FDA nso ade atomo nti se wo kwa kotobi ato anaso kotobi anomo a enyehu se watiase na kompo Ghana nie kompo Ghana semen kancho se de technology na wiase no ba bia du ano no enti se wo nka ho bidia na wa late entina ho na enye late kompo Ghana Limited ne koto ade bia eye gadget bi ti se phone tablet Lenovo o de brand no Dell ne nua no bubodin won be yi bia pia ma na asamoden ne se wo to ba ko no na o masanso a che ba ko e de aka ho enti kompo Ghana say passion for technology. Anyone new come over www.compugana.com and now say for 0243 143 143. Now on sa into me and Kebby. Afei a mass farm say men can show say na tiri kwan de oyarefa e no wo so ho na oyarefa ho na wo no dwuma wodi wo ho no se wo ye nkoko Ghana nkoko ade de ye nkrakra na echi eyi akakadrogu mu a na nkruma da so a unya fufu abode akomu aha sankoko ni bi na omo yen asem na yetietia de number no 0244 113 533 na wonsa enka enkoko a womu ankasa eyen a uduma akoko no ho say yes me no akoko abusi asanyumakuo ya daromenti ye wakwanya se enne wo afisem komotwetwe so no ye ba dwendwen emema apomuden ho nsem ho Dr. Kojo Chemanten Alankash Jr. Pacho Mate.
Me bacho ni.
Ada abroso.
Abroso.
Abroso. Ada na obey o Alankash Jr. Na what for the job?
After the request by Alankash.
Na yes Alankash na mo ha ni din di Alankash o fa ni mo.
Good morning Junior Alankash.
And then mama be who say trade minister. Na won ton sa o. Nti we Junior dia. No we di na na mo. Nti yes e cry de be jo so atiase because the din dey Alantia na fa na sa. Na pomwe
onyame adom
obia ho ye omonso ebeje ayarehwe ya de school for no nyina
omuyina nyame adom nyame hwe wama ye nyina so enkwa yente boni bia
yedanyame ase pa ena ye hwe mema pomode mema no de in fact bibia mumu hia yen ne titru abi you know what I mean and the sati true no so pomode no eno ho nkomo ena ye ba bedi eti ebia na oye ayere wo fie oye sister wo fie ona wo bra ona wo kun ona wo fa atimi ho se ade bi nsheda nko obi okra no de ayate but no yare enti pacha oboaye na baby potin a eye emema pomode ese obi ama nani ekobi kra na oye oba a wotete ba bema
Yo me da se mame fa nchi akese ema eye edwumayefo a me ne omo ye edwumayina me practitioner assistants ne me doctors a me ne omo ye edwumayina wonu so a woje ayaresa e wo C4C ayaresa bia hodo yina no so nyame enhira mo
amen
eskuma odobe mbra kwa mensinimo district no so ye bompa se nche DC din beba na yenya yetumi afa yentoma paso efra
nyame oho
ye kan enne ye hwe emema apomudin ho ne titru eye ne ye beka se prostate health na prostate no ye bibia edim be manya bebre wo sambre mu but akwai se education no so entumi nko ye eba prostate na ejina especially yen Africans and as Ghanaians no aya ha yen mema no more and a mema so nko na eye won na prostate no aya no ho te se bese a wall shaped knot on to say nkremefo esa omo bese na yere no na ewo ye junso krabia no na se
emema no junso ekra no
baby a se kidney no process waste we ni wia baby a junso no ebegu na nsana epie no
ten na wo ye board issue o
no na wo board no so no
nti bese ni shape no
nti ni shape no
junso no kotai no na wase ho
na wo ase no
na te se mema ase asem na wo kan yo eti obi a o hwe ya o tie prostate ho nkomo no eye mema ase mema no ho asem na ye kan matias
nti between junso krabia no ene wo bema na nkasa no eho na prostate ni wo na ya connect tube anase ebeka se pipes na eno no free junsokrabia no ekọ obema no ho no yebeka se urethra eno ena junso no enemu ena ebepie na ebeba eye wo prostate gland no ho
na prostate gland na ye den ya
me bacho gland no na make say eno na wo screen so no the normal gland na gland no eno na ye te se bese eno no schedule so krabia no ase ene ne wo bema no nti ye connect junso krabia no to bema no eno na hu urethra no urethra ne ye nia enemu a ase epie no aha no no enemu akopie wo be ma no mu nti no na o jonso a
What is a jonso de wa
aha what is a jonso de wa efemu epie aha nti e play vital role ewo be ma bia mu na be bisa say role ben e na e play yie one unse be ma bia no se wo di empemu agro ana se anadwe ahomache se wo sori a na se wo be ma ejina obo a say insuo a ebefiri ubema mu aba no gland we ankasa no e produce 25 to 30% of niebe ka say semen nia efiri ubema mu ba no enye sperm o bebre ehu a o say sperm aha sperm no de enya de a obetumi di weni ehu age say microscope na odi weni nze nya ade obia betumi di nani ehu sperm
na de aya mema ne mema di esi epuba na efan
eno ne semen eno ne
sperm ne ka
nze eno ne
sperm ade sa kola abansa na ehu sperm eno na ya na ye eyi no asa potroma no ena hu no lab
sperm no aye te say apotroma sembo bi a omuwo ne aye di yeni eno no mo that is the best example ewo inside asemre no nze no na enya de age se wakola abansa na obetumi de weni ehu se bia we sperm ba nia be ma bia no esane efiri ho ba no eno no ye semen na semen no gland no e produce particular semen na akwakwa ti say glue glue no ekota oba no cervix ho ekota oba no cervix ho a ebo eye sperm no afede mboa no ho ban se na mboa no betumi edware akwa shia kosua ewo oba na wodie mu na betumi fertilize yie nti eno no ye one major role a prostate gland no edi ewo nipadua ne mu nti se bia wo ye oba na wo ye bema na woni urashia na uhu se insuo bi esane esan efa wase eba that means ura ni prostate gland no na say that aspect of production it say glue na to mistake na pushi semen no komu na sperm no to me gina no na say asem aba ho ntano na ya wuta hu se mo hie wie no
na esa aba
na hu se nsuo no de ben sane
se etiapo a esese ekọ oba ne mu a etimi koka se de o si glue no edu hu se esa aba enti se wo ye oyere na se utai ne nye se utai because oyere de se wo ye oni ukun di ehyiemu na se wo hu se esa aba asem wo ukun
na se asem ewo asem ewo enye ukun no nko gland ho
oba no so sa
oba no so ebetumi abase no so asem ewo ho especially no oba no awodie no
eno so ntimi ne glue no nye papa say steam a
so in the state into in the state like that na ya share both oba no ene bema no that's in the states I who say there is a return of semen no nti wo hwe oba no na wa hwe bema no senya ahosisi no betumi akoyie one major rules I no so be kan wo ye prostate gland no say unze mra wudi empemu agro no wudi empemu agro no wo fa eye wo ho kafo no prostate gland no nia eye ne se in the process ugu so no if se wo feel se wo bedwonso gland no ebe close eye wo urethra no se na dwonso no ntumi nye de ben emma ezan se dwonso any semen no ntumi mma the same way inti a close urethra no in the process of sexual intercourse na alawe semen no se na semen no betumi epie akọ oba ni mu intende uwie a na ebie urethra no se na opese odwonso a na eno so wakwa dwonso
inti in the course no se dwonso timi ba na se ho so asem ho
inti in the course no na se dwonso etumi eba na che say big problem
both oba no ne be ma ni nyina
there be eno ne ye be ma no
eno ne ye be ma no so in the course no se semen na eba no se Johnson koba na che say ehọ no asem
na che say asem ewo gland no ho eno so hu hia say de ben obehwe
ebia na afa na ode TV na to Adom TV efisem komo twetwe na oguso a wo hwei na ehọ hia me je de komo ebi o fie nti wo share Facebook a what like you no Mr. I share no obi nsunya enhwe because wa otimi hu say the doctor aboboshi wo oba no se o steam wo se o magnet na nche ebi nso ana ye be ma no te kwa ebesen ena de to so mienu no nso sisi akwa ndempo de sisi a wo kire ye no this is the first one and say kona ebesen a problem ewo ena afi so in the course of sex no so be ma ne Jones that is a problem ebusia prostate ho komo na ye de say the doctor ebobosui wo ho problem ebrepem no akwanya ba ebema one no edi ho komo nti doctor waka functions and as a role me prostate
the other vital roles so ehia embema yie say yɛbɛka sɛ ɛboa for ejaculation sɛnea bɛɛma obɛɛma no ebetumi asɔre kama gland no one ɛno so ɛpɔmpe moja sɛnea moja ebetumi egyina bɛɛma no ntin mu na ohun betumi ayɛ den nti sɛ woyɛ bɛɛma na sɛ wobɔ eni baako na sɛ ɛte kɔ na sɛ wontumi nsɔre a men depend on drugs.
Okay.
Because not just a biribi and a tochima. Okay. And this a quack of fine nuro just say ube to me ejaculate here. Ebedum pempen subino. Obeyam recra afide or system no. A beje gong, not just a bibia and ye.
Okay. Now there will can in between what time to say be a bread I caught back where you know.
And yes, what call oba be corner.
Nothing to me.
Say okwa o ba be kono na se wunya enya boeni na se husane ententem ehwo no a e kire se gland no entumi empompe moja no because always no near prostate gland ni say produce extra blood emma bema no produce extra blood emma bema no enti se na obetumi akoyie no se wo be ma no vessels no ahonden moja no eba foma quickly no gland no extra force supply moja de ma be ma no se na be ma no ahonden ebetumi ejina na a continue near jumedia edi no in that any time utumi hu say ne yebeka say there is premature ejaculation no na chere say enye say uko depending on because say an mema no yem problem be say otika mu on a market oti we even washing be kra ko park o kana ko wash well no be dia ba na mbe medru na opesa we say na opesa we say won no it's basically going to help you say be a result no senya ebe hye force be ma no ma perform ewo enye nimre mu krampo na ese de ben but na bibina atochima
esese woni ko eno
esese woni ekọ eno ho se woni ko eno ho a na se wusiesie a ebe ma wa enjoy wo natural health entini ye kasa men's prostate health for emema eno no betumi ama wa enjoy wo natural health enti be ma bia owo ne prostate disorder no ewo sa difficulties no ewo na pomudin mu
enti yesua de na ye homework but ye keka na say nyina no e bia nyankopon adebom se de obo mema no enye saa na nkese se koye enti ne wo bobo so nyina no se obi hwe ye na se eye ne problem a eye bibi ne koba ne saa den na nsese mema ye na omahu saa de wo bobo so ye wo mo mema yom
yo nia obeka se bema bia no se otena se at least at least bia 2-3 hours bia na se utumi sorry
okay
in the osha prostate bribia ehu beto chima one eta emema drivers for a long way omo drive long distance no and once say mo news editors ni ade omutumi etna ho eche wo AC mu na omote ho more than hours bia ewo ho on sorry entintin ni mu the fact of the matter is bema bia uti ho say ya the more uti ho say no uti ojonso kra eye prostate no so
okay
ti the more uti na say no uti prostate no so into the longer no na say the pressure atoso ti the longer you sit no the longer there is pressure ewo eye wo prostate gland no so ko bema bi oti ho bia no te prostate no so tina te say ni say wo tena ho for a longer period and yes na
me da mauli osini o keke ne yam ahye no nti wasori agina ho nti e futu samuma emema no se o te ho kakra se otumi sori na ntina na ne adema fo yi a wo fi ha kopaga yi na ne wo mte yi so sa ogina ho bus stop bia na rest stop bi kra no a we ogina ho acha na bia 10 minutes no asa to so ene wo mu no asamo ho
ehun hia se obetumi atenten because atnase there one dangerous aspect as I said bema bia the tuna dream say the more wotena ho no the more wote prostate gland and so
enti obi adwuma oye bia oye bema otena seche no se na niba ne ho so enti anya hwe kra no nya se bia opasem anase bia onni hweye but o wadwumam kakra na otum pasa
that's
right be ya obi bi no a wote so no na wa sorry kakra okay me did say sa homework no so
why who's the first no research ni ade various journals ni ade no kire se nka be ma de prostate no be kan sometime who above age 40 e dey kono benne no emrantie so ende de entisa and then there were a lot of cases eba enye only above age 40
okay 28 ne makafu inom
28 25 29 30 oh tise omugina hoye aboa omo
ene esesa hawi apostifo ne asojafo nka ho security fo no ana fa ho
esro unze enye police ni bia na eta ejina kwan ho na say like ojina ho in terms of the duty it depending on the
omadwuma ye omuta ejina ho pa na say ejina ho no so problem e deba
ejina ho no so wa no nko ani problem but eno no affect o prostate no eno no fa nia ye di ho nkomo
okay
unze ye wo mranti ni bebre especially yen e Christopher no sebia menware ye mesua mesofo a kire me se mama mbo edwaman menware oba no nko ade me de me ho nkoka na edwaman enti to clear ne doubt ne ade no onko oba ho nanso ne bedroom ene ne bathroom ho no di agro de bia na ode ne be ma di agro ono ankasa bema no nia obeka se masturbation na ono a de ne bema di agro no ono a de eno no onhu ne se eye bone but ene no men can spiritual aspect eye bone but me pese me dive into me focus on the medical aspect the more I would do bema no e di agro no the more wo ha o prostate gland no ma wo twetwe bema no the more wo stress it wo and also pressure to sa prostate gland na
enya won san necessary ode ko ho
that is it the more who san no in that agro act no in the mranti bebre ekura prostate related problems ni na no is as a result of masturbation.
Okay.
Secondary school mema nkola university graduates for so and also more campus so bebre ye can say masturbation related way
enti obedu bra afi owo oyiretifi no na ayede na wo church ye bi no na tesa agensem
na agensem
na ye Christopher yi so ya ye nware ya ye ntumi nko oba ho ne ukọ twetwen so no so problem ze kosi koda efutu be na adema
with such young men say make I dey bia make say aware enye paper nko a
okay
nia eso onyankopon enim
okay
and the baaku bi na wehia no a na nde wakohu na wofo akan mremu no yetumi ekosre de ben eba say ebusua agitumu a even court kra no recognize as de ben woyire aware no enye paper
enti mibisa doctor say edien na ensese be ma ye na wanya sa problem ye no na akofa sa futu sem ho nyina ede abam ne kotua koye ne ho ade ofie ne fa no oyere no se ne be ya onko twetwe na akofa sa prostate gland mu ha no ede abra no peye nkoma ye de wa fisem so no ye dwendwen emema apomuden ho nsem ho obi nso wo ho a wo ho doctor atwetwe wonya bi anase bia wanya bi da kosise bia onya ayere eba no edidie mu nso a o se enipa bi ya hia pa oto ne bo ase ye selective edidi niam a mo kyerɛkyerɛ yi nyina bi enso still the prostate gland no oha wo ho eno wo de firi ne bae anase bibia na touch
no prostate no enye ye beka se enye hereditary.
Okay.
Sɛ o papa ana o nana bema bi na owo bi enu nti oso utumi eye de be enya bi eye lifestyle eye edidi ene kwanya ofa so ekura eye obema ana o hwe o private part no enu na influence o prostate gland indibani bia ewo ha esese wudi a eboa prostate gland na for example, here lycopene, me say na meka wo twimu but lycopene no nutrient bia and more present in greenish. They say green no. And say no, bema bia uta enya that green wunua ne mu more no eboa prostate health no ye. Esiesie obema no ho, esiesie wo Jones or crabia no to bema no ho. Senya de bia no ahonde ebeba. More especially so tomatoes.
Oh, tomatoes,
yes, fresh tomatoes here. Na say ota blend. Our funny taste, and when you're and also a ring. Our very funny taste. But ota no practical. I don't know one. I avoided the risk of cancer. Any day obao bemao. I avoided the risk of cancer. Could be a prostate cancer, it could be a breast cancer, it could be a cancer of the womb, it could be any type of cancer we need to do anymore. And then the obao bemao, what you know, a kind aspect of we want. Say be maybe an apa, and I say be an imbrable babada, what blended tomatoes be a bakumi numi and sabi. Oh, now, blended so try as much as possible. Say memfa. Insuo bebre and can kitwe bi now they are fra na wa blend na they be one nom and also bibia wo ya protect wo prostate health no na prostate na de yare ahudo bebre na eba bebre no yenim na bebre no so yenim practically on the ground na ya yeta enim se obete na be ma we enya prostate enlargement na bia we enya ne ebeka se prostatitis prostatitis no ida say bia inflammation unse infection prostatitis no ye ahodo mienu ye wonne a eno ankasa tibia lifestyle bia ebema prostate gland no aye inflamed and ye what say ebe ho no inflammation say ebe ho no and ye what other way bacterial infection say bema bia wonya infection a untreat infection ni year infection into me call to me ma wunya prostate problem. To say, you know, this infection of the urinary way, we say UTI, those sort of infections near there. Wunya all those infections, na and yet when you unko year, and no so
it did call affect problem abroad. It's the answer and so say a did Emma Bema nyasa problem.
Emma
say now can green one.
Like say mo Emma ni say any say like model ope say ukun enya ahonden in terms of apomudin ewo ni general well-being ena na se hoso wo enjoy cha ejina eduane a wo de bema no force no nyese se odi wo ba no say wo determine yes, say bema no ondi enenia onnom. Say unya that control, I believe you me. Who can do age 60 crampo still no obe enjoy. Oh, mini man be 63. Obo ejuma kama. On Fedro bia ni adie.
Na ho de bia na waji scatter handbag. De bia na waji scatter shoe. Enwia abaso a ne boarding. De bia waji bread a hoska no wato bia se. Ni onu bedin na ebema na pomu ni de onti ase oba nso no ko 2 minutes ase wako 2 minutes ema ne moa mema no ye ka ne sei na enye wukunku a ebi a wo ma mema wo fie sase efa didipa ehye wo na enka ho no munyi a saa ho no wo mato abedin
what you say so they wouldn't be addicted on drugs. In Bemendro there be
okay Enti ansana abebo ko so bo na 2 minutes 1 minute no wan kasa oba ne so ye homework ye mana didipa no nya pomode na doctor kan obi na enjoy 60 years to 32 years no me gidi say enkomo no watie na wafa wo de enso e de afrim doctor na emema no so yesi ebi boxes na nya kura o efin bebre no so e ko omase no omo pant ne omo eno so ende
enfa ho efin bebre no eya de a ede infection so ebra omo
okay
into the infection ba for example one of the yarea obeka say prostate no ede eba so eye infection
okay
prostate nankasa ni rule ni say enka infection ba eno ankasa be a fight ebe ko etia no
nti se
nti wo di fi ekoka no na se we nya honden na te se wo no woni prostate gland no na afa de di etia nti wo overcome na afa de bibia so ai de ben asai
enkomo a yedi si ha na afa ya dan ye ho aba na ya ma doctor bechere se wo sate bia ne mu a yenya ne die ne nya ho to but one tissue kra no what say o prostate no say bia one obadi ehyiamu na say ebesen a osime no ebesen a problem ewo ho in the course of obani obema nhyiamu no say ojonso a problem ewo ho afei di aduane a green wom na entimi ma de bia onyina wona so eno titiri no ye ma no asede wo bema na nkasa nso boa ho na yiri bi wo ha na obekun wa mehe wa meboa abrabo ti wankasa nso mani na ho ne didi yi afei nso uye fin ewo wo underpant mu a o boxes no ne ho ahwan no ajayo mienu kura si ne si ne yie ata ne se ne yie pacho me basisi a Dr. Chebante Alankas Junior that's why ha enti ohaw na ye brobro so no afi ye call C4C Homeopathic Hospital na ya hwede ewo ho no ma ebetumi e de aboa me gide sa oyem ahyew because enkomo na ye di wo ha ne nyina wa o hwe o mema asem ne ho atemu se efa ho ema ne so mo mema no enti wo ye oba a wo hwe so ho na onso une uku di ho nkomo koja no C4C Hospital na afi enjoy no so atiase doctor say your prostate no nchecha o de ma yen say ehun hawo yen ya hwe nipaduanum ne ehun se wo ho hawo C4C ne mo ye ho adwuma no e ka ho
yo me da say ohima C4C ne ye ho adwuma no e ka ho
okay
me no nka say yakọ India akwakoye eduro bi a pen prostate
edienke
prostate that's like prostate care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so prostate care. Yeah, yadi aba omanyimu a food and drug so adiatumo. Na a naturally made homeopathic drug. I no support prostate gland.
Oh, okay.
And uye bema na se whether say uwo prostate problem ana unibi. From now no as I say unya prostate account because you know a supportive gland no send one infection be ba a correct infection no a supportive gland man ne dwuma ewie peye into say oma no eye part of you are very okay into normally no ba ye was scan ahodo a ye do ebefemu a ye beboa then there ya rebia no say na make no see no C4C no it's more of a foreign homeopathic hospital that you my Ghana.
Okay.
Your headquarters in Luciano, Amsterdam, Netherlands as so.
Baby, I know now can. Me free you.
Rain free.
And
the kukuamus. And see, a idea a here ye. Send their condition be a crankono. Would the Faber Oba Takrade or Fijai May Sport. Takrade or Fijai May Sport. Nyame Adom so Cape Coast ye wo Green Hill kese pa wo Cape Coast Green Hill agona odoben e wo Esikuma odoben Brakwa so ye wo agona odoben Brakwa Junction Nyame Adom yauda eni efiada se wo ben agona odoben a be hia me ye adwuma e wo agona odoben yauda eni efiada enti se wo hwan ye free Esikuma Brakwa, aguna doben, aguna nyakrom, aguna inkum, mensa krom, baby bia, wo shenya, wo ben hodie. Ya oda o pese wo hu Dr. Chermatin me ankasa me ba bepie mu ewo aguna doben, ya oda ni fiada. Yesan ewo aguna Swesbu Junction. Aguna Swedru, o kwa koto Dr. Richard ewo ho obehwe okama machines ahodoɔ nyinaa na ɛyɛ nkran kwan na ɛwɔ nea wobɛhu wɔ nkran no ɛno ara so na ɛwɔ all the branches no a yɛde ɛyɛ adwuma nti nkran so yɛwɔ Adenta SDA junction on the 14th mo a mohwɛ yɛn firi Western North Sehwiyo so yɛbie Sehwiyo so branch on the 14th of July me ankasa so me ba bepie mu ɛwɔ Sehwiyo so nyame adom so Kaswa Millennium City station bia obehu o Kaswa bia no bisa Ben Grace car echo Ben Grace the formerly Ben Grace Hospital no ehɔ na sisi a C4C Homeopathic Hospital no so yakwa kɔgye a yɛba bebie Kaswa branch na yɛde amamo nti yɛade a yɛbɔ Patrol say
17th.
And no ye August 15th. Yeah, August 15th. Na say ye nya bie Sehwiyo so on the 14th no a ne bosome no na ye bie Kaswa Millennium City branch. Koforudua for so Edwada on the 5th of July. Edwada so me ba be pie mu ewo Koforudua. Koforudua no ye close down ti ye reopening. Nti wo hwe any part of Eastern region bia Koforudua bell Konongo for Nkoko and all that no bomoden na behia me Koforudua Edwada ye de si ho a ye hwe enkrofo yie nti me ankasa so meba bepie mu Koforudua so 14th me was Sehwiyo so and 5th of July me Koforudua and Yawda any Efiada way so me wo Agona Odoben bomoden Skuma Odoben brakwa bomoden na Brana ebeshia me ewo ho. Kai say C4C Homeopathic Medical College. I don't say producer be to me the website you know at to screen no so a true. Yeah ma 50% scholarship. Ko website ho o pese wo ye nurse ni. O pese wo ye doctor ni na wo ye nkyerɛkyerɛ yie esan som nkrɔfoɔ. O pese wo ye pharmacy. Ne yetene say maame yeah, professional certification program. Ghana ha Ministry of Health. Professional accreditation. Professional accreditation. HSS. We C4C Homeopathic Medical College here. What's na? Extra licensure exams. Licensure exams is Ministry of Health. We are person ni beye juma. We person ni aban hospitals we juma. We person ni any other private hospitals. So be to me aye juma. And only for the certificate program. We are now person uye degree etwaso be uye diploma and as a uye postgraduate program bia na ubeye distance course with the affiliate universities ewo Holland asase so ene India asase so ube wie course no compulsory share ube ko India akwakoye compulsory 1 month clinical no aba betwaso o man Ghana and now ube ko Europe no akoye compulsory 1 month clinical no waba betwa so ewo Ghana senya ubetumi edimu as a medical homeopath that portfolio as a medical homeopath wo Europe edimu yie ewo ewiase mu eno one branch of medical homeopathy because as a medical practitioner and wo so a wo ye nurse ni so dada na wo ye health way a ne yetene say maame yaye ne say Ukra we hosting programming. Ubetumi aba school ni bi.
Okay.
Esan say ya hyehyɛ memreda ene kosiada ɛwɔ hɔ. Ye wɔ hostel facilities ɛwɔ hɔ. Efiada bia no ubeda hostel hɔ a memreda kosiada wosua wade uwie a ukɔ back. Ene ye wɔ regular wa we wie secondary school. Eno no wa wofo no pese o focus ɛwɔ adesua mu no. And ye wo de no adwoada to yawoda. Not just say, feeder no more of like more leisure time, ni break in there. And your regular program, and I some weekend program, and your distance education. That's the distance education. We be no online examination period, final exams. So now about campus, about betro, exams, very very intensive. Into your this 3 mode, into person we invest into pharmacy. Now what will be a pharmacy a 1.5 year.
Okay.
Into 1 year theory, 6 month clinicals.
I see.
Unya licenses. What's in your premise licenses? yes ye be supply we nronu from India internet there obi be pie mu a o mitie me ya me yefun ye me ya ya ma the technicalities a wa be ye minor diagnosis etumi ehu eduru a ebe boa nipa no na ne de ho no ano wa hwe nipa no we ni be ma mbebu no enya edwuma ewo oman Ghana ha yie enya afi na wo ba be wie school akwa hwehwe edwuma we no automatic whether said the nursing side we are ye positive pharmacy uwie ya boa doctor unya wie ya ye positive nti self we ya chese unya wie education na no na bibia so ko na we so European degree and India qualification and ubenya
nti Ghana hanko na be boa
enye Ghana hanko Ghana ha de professional we say Ministry of Health adia tumu a ubetumi ade enya wo licenses ede aye adwuma
number no na ego o screen so no Mr. Fa na wo de wa said be ya be kai kranti save no C for C C4 and C for C na also fa ho
so the first 100 or mo be friend no dey offer abodin any baby a o kasa free ye be ma special code for the hospital no ASC for C family loyalty card no ye be register na oni we bushia no my entitle college no website any number no so at the screen no so I betumi o dey o college no website ma me betumi atro dey ma wo ba o betumi dey atro ma wo kunu o betumi atro ma wankasa na dey ko website o kwa any information contact numbers near there na for college no ewo ho hospital no number na is 0500 040 328 and I said 331 0500 040 328 and I said 331 bomoden na ende ekosi efiada se school no se up 50% scholarship na wonye member of C4C hospital dadadia o ende kosi fiada so ba be pick admission form here 200 Ghana CD 200 Ghana CD no aba be pick o form
yate enti numbers na doctor de ama on ofre emu ntremu nkaye ene apesa otiase nyina no ofre na obeto ne bo ase achi
numbers no so ye WhatsApp
but semene wo de a anka mefre mum because na no kra wie school yi one number chire saa na wani so ye obibi na titiri mu amukodi apomuden teteye na ye nyam postil mu no utifie ya wodidi da kwai ohun ka akodi ye no so teteye a na odi twitwaje wo ho anesa so atiase asempetia enti ye de si hanum say doctor kan ye ya kiro enkoma ye ne di ye fa prostate no ho ene de beboa apomuden so obeko school so obeye pharmacist so obeye te so no ye de sankomo no esia doctor mpacho ye da se why nyame nsha enti abusia meso otwen me ba na ye di nkomo foforo mene onkomodie no de tosumienu no edru ho me ka o se ubetwi wanim de aya enhwenhwan me kire makeup ho asem I just said Note Cosmetics eno na ha no lawyer wanim se de mahan bi ya Esther Ann adrodro me penti me ya wanim beda ho yem sisters no say brothers ni bi kra de omo ho agim ya na omo so penti kakra obi enhwenhwan abonten eye Note Cosmetics eno ene betumi aboa ma otwi wanim de ya ana oye makeup de ya ebetumi ama wo ba na ehu se ha wo na wo ba no so atiase de ade hyase ko wie nyina Not Cosmetics ena sese ode wani kire na etumi aboa afa ye nkomode ye de tosumienu no eno so fa ya pomode ho nsem na ye hwe infertility no Dr. Ochre Sharif wo menchen wa ha no pay odina eye adwumako eye Army Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital anemu eno ne yen eba bedi enkomo Dr. Mpacho Mache
yenwa
na pomwe
nyankova
Army fo nyina ho te sei
nyame adaroma Army Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital yaso ye de boko se de manfo no nim dada no se ye de manfo na pomoden honsem ene ya de da yakoma so tie no ade eguso a ye de emma manfo no so mbeti apo se ya tete wo mo se yare enkofa how bebre emeto manfo eno ene nam so a anopenso ye de atwa mo.
Yeah, that's a person watoya. In fact, asempetia.
Yes.
Amen for so nya semtenten because unimana unim. So what you say. But ye can infertility na we ase no sense obi de aba no na obi so de ekọ. Ye de ya ade a mutimi ye. Na so afa na aduro obi so no so onye fertile. Nti na se ho hia say ye be di sankomo no. Infertility. Na de ban ne dey.
Me nwa ba de ka me da se na mafa kwenye so ama ya hwefo nyina akwaba so Adom eye kasafidie so na ya kasa infertility ne tie otwa mu ye se awarefo anase oba ne bema wo mu mienu nyina aye omadwen omasi omadwen po se bi omo pese omo nyinsen omo fayefu ewoba na in this attempt no wo ma try ya for 12 consecutive months anase afeba ko abetwam nanso so nyinsen no entumi embai eno no safo no ene betimi a classify mo of having a fertility problem anase having infertility. Now say you mu ahodo mienu. We have primary and secondary infertility. Primary no say manfo bi wa omo de omo enwopen omo ngoda.
So afenu ni nyina
oba ne beba ni nyina obi angoda. Nanso so o ma try anso emfa. Ana ye wo manfo bi ho nso a ebi a wa wo ba ko wa wo mienu. Nanso so eno achi no na o pese obo ne ba na chi no bon se wo be try anso so na nya dai na emma safo no ene ye secondary infertility.
Okay, usually na ya na secondary for no kra de. Se enya abeku na ade no ka ware ya na asumdwe kakra ho. Na emu no primary for no.
Yes.
Because after huade yo na chi ni ayefro no. De di akire ye nyinsen.
Good.
Nti se ma ya aya na nyambe sa nti che se 12 months na ya afeni nya du a. Na che se doctor timi ka kire mo se monye fertile. Infertility e unity no.
Unity.
Aya den ne deba. Na abanso ayenya ne de yin.
Me ba na tell say a lot of times no say the wo kan no. Say obi wo hokrampa busafo na start checking mo date mama.
Me say.
Obi he no na ye ka titru e say e ma no.
Asemo.
Na ya cho. Na yenya ho hwe. Na e de na ekoso bon say these are the questions that empebebe ne ya na ekoma e ma no. Now say adeba ko wo se hu say a lot of times there are a lot of causes ye wonyoma bebre a ebetimi anam so akofa sa ha na ye famu ha no ya na tai blame emma no eno na ye person making it clear say a lot of times no wo hamu ebupen about 1/3 of the causes no emma no so timi kofa ba 1/3 so of course emma no so ebetimi dia ba na 1/3 na aka no so ebetimi aye both. To say we dey kakra and the kabom. Yes.
Yeah, mom 6,000 years grandfa.
Yes. To say me ba ne ten say awarefo bi wo a wo pese obo fayefo but time was sabi omo be hia mu mpo no. A problem. Aya eno nko akra mpo no.
There be tubu a problem say womu nya kwan hyiam ana say a problem say ebra ene kwan omofa so omo de ye hyiamu no na ema nyinsen ne ma no.
Yes, bre no. Bre na wo mu be hyiam no fi say e won say sabi wo ba ebra obetimi afa yefu no time a wo ye fertile. E bia 14 days after the menstrual cycle no ya the time wa ovulating. Sa bre no nko an time wa sabi wo ba ne be ma hyiamu a oba no betimi afa yefu. But a lot of times, once a case is be bebano, ubenya botre etie afanu no mienu nyina. Obi ka say oh, me dey me call juma ba na mabre. We so say me call juma me mantem. Anu nti no, time krampo a wo senko mu hyiamu a
na apa ho sa do.
Na apa ho.
Nti o de mabre sa na week na hyiamu. Nti so sa week no na nka ekofa ho a kebeche.
Time no, enko mu ye ya kebetimi ade. Amo mafayefu. Of course, we are no free wa. Ye be hwe mema no de kakra ne ahwe ma no so de kakra bi ebre ne nti. E mema no ye wo ohawafo do bebre betimi esi. E wo omu nipadua no mu a betimi esi wo ma wo ho kwan. De dikan ye free bi retrograde ejaculation. Minya ba se bema So we want to say entoshwe no. Ehho na you produce sperm cells.
Okay.
See you produce sperm cells na e was better na baby a friend epididymis no wo ye entoshwe ne soro sa.
Okay.
Ehho na tena na sabi oni oba nya nkitahudi a aforo aba asane ewo obemam akọ oba no ho.
Okay.
Na emema no bi ewo ohaw ewo mu that na sperm cells ne nam mu no. Enti we am no kan oba bi wo ho a ne kunu sperm sa ankasa ohun da.
O say
yes, for a time bia o mu behia no. Ahobaye so ni say was a babonte no. A sign kogu ye junso twanum.
Eh sir.
Yes. Ya eno eye ohawo a etimi esi ewo memamu. Etimi si o ma wo ho kwan.
Sir?
Yes.
We dey mean though.
Yes, e ade a.
It say pie babonte no. Na sa kogu
na ni junso twanum. Enti usually no bo se sa memen. After sabi sex no. Bonzo mbe junso no mo hu nyema mfita bi ewo mu ni ade sata me beba yes
I see
yeah
eno sa no wo ya yirete sa eku na ware ase a
there's no way
enyin san bi ama because akogu ba bi a wrong place
sa what you say and afen so your manfo bi o of course sperm count yes per every ejaculate so on say so oni oba hia sese a na ho sane wa enkwamwa na ewo sperm cells no semen na beba no e wo se enya 50 million and over and then no bema or sperm count no less than 15 million per every ejaculate bia no it means say won so e be den so betimi a shoba oba yin say
Dr. Ochre Sharif Emma ato ho asese enye oba na asabi onye se ebe hu won anim no nko na wo problem emema ne wo
yes
enti afanu no nyina so timi wo because ema no so wo de ha wo emema no so wo de ha wo ye fa na se bia ye ha no no a aresemu be na ye nya se ye bedu amena sa ha no betumi afi ho na ye so ya fertile ni bi na ya bre
yo me nya ba ne tell say amen scientific about an alternative medical hospital nyankopon adaroma nyamenam ye so ama numerous adansidie no eye bebre titru awo hu nsem obi ho awa ware mfie du awo no ma bi wo mfie num ne obedru ya se ya na nyankopon nam ye so bi enya ntafo ne de keka ho ba ko ne de bebre fi se amen odru ya se ya ade eye very important power ya se ne se ye benya botre aye nhwehwemu mapa e wo nipede ne ne hu exactly what the problem might be where the problem is coming from na se we nyina no ni nyina gina emfidi ahodo wo yase ye wo ultrasound scan wo ho ye wo labs wo ho ye wo MRI machines a eno ye de uhyemu a ebe ye hwehwemu furu tisu ko count na ase ansa na wo mpie krampo na machine na start HT2 eno aso be kire enuru a ye de be mo wo a o yare no ebe sa fidie we amen ko an na wo bi e wo man mu ha ba bia ye nko an na ye wo bi eno ntinu sa ne o man eboa ye fi se ye nya hu the cause of the problem and the tia ekofa bana dia said the one munim say yen in the first center ye de scientific way eba ebibidro mu yen nru aye nubran ya han ye de fa mfidie mu aso ne so kama ya ye de kan yare ya etu ase na enso so ano so na de amount say ye be ya ebeboa enti no say bia oba bi ho ye so two small blockage when ya tuber blockages e bia fibroid bi how when your infection be PID nominate ade ya esi wa wo ho kwan be ma ye so the sperm no kra woni bi fi se me ma no bi ho a wono sperms no oni ba akokra ho
na so yes ne busane no
yes ne be ma no se bi ejina so kama e bi obebo adwuma kama ne ho be sane no kama but ensuo no de fam fidie mu a wo unya ba akokra nkwamo no ba akokra de
asampa no tietia ne se ye kan so wa on animu ho enti wo hu se o hawo no the number no Mr. Number no sure to baby because amen asem na ye ka no amen amen so wa hu fiti na no a wote amen asem na ye kan yo Mr. the number no natural no ye o de anya hwekra sebu no amen na entumi mu a 0244 227 192 0244 227 192 and I say 0207 229 505 0207 229 505 sa number si fana sim hia watena also ye fertile ne bi wate na ya na emu oya eya na emu oya pa titru na ote compound house ana no onsenom na tifia oh bi kura na o fanhye o moba no na fanhye e abo akutia sa amen wo ho to anamona emwa ate nyame amosa Dr. Sharif inti ye di enkomo ne ba wiye no aha de wo ka twa to
yes na ye kan nyina na se ye besre
okay
ahwefo na yetifo no pe se fertility or how be etete wa worry afia twam eko na won emma empaba
okay
they say mentete so say nyankopon ati osofre ode what amen scientific about an alternative medical hospital kind ode o sorry na so oba obompa area na waka say amen e che say enye ho amen che say enye ho to obompa na waka say amen now do any actually amen krabata bia e ben wo they say omai we have 16 branches ye wo boga ye wo wa ye wo tamale ye wo takrade ye wo sunyane ye wo kumase ye wo ho ye wo hoho ye wo koko ye wo sehwesam ye wo inchi enkran yankabata bebia gana bebia ye push free bia
bisa amen scientific herbal and alternative medical hospital ase e wo mantama wom anase kura wom na hwe de eben saje number ne bio na frɛ o kire kura wo so kura mo mbe kire bebia eben wo na watumi akọ 0244227192 and 0207229505 Dr. Sharif Pacho Medase Misia Amin Fonyina and Dr. Amin Bonsu Dr. Amin Bonsu Pacho memwache ebusia ye nkomodie no ye de asi hanum sei o man hene kwabna santene abedwafo etna se na afi o de empense mu e de asomo enkomo na aka no hia me wo Instagram ne Facebook ma me tra diamond ne to aso ho medase emwache
ye koso da masese mo agibra mo hwe Badwam on Adom TV multi TV so me am boss AC ohini nya dia me few matters about Accra so folk the AC mo am koso dem boy bia no with the bottom line is that winning the league is the most important thing and league ni dia makache mo ebebo mo nti the safer kinds and kokubakos na esoji ni tegu sameje Eric Adom ne eje mu nyina no maza I'll not comment further kasa bebrebe en toponko nti na esi ohene said the musi twetwe me no problem league na ka 3 matches ewia the be crown Ghana's Premier League champions no and the be ka say your ultimate aim in this league was to score kotoko and ye ja na makoshe me the dynamics in na to ho and no me best me repeat him ho the last of it was that let's say the Kakofa Malata market and a BT a time, you know, and a Modi Kako. I'll not comment further on this matter. And the Modi Kakofa Malata market, any problem there? Mama Vimo, Bokasana Dawson. But the league, Omo Crown, Omo champions, no, continues to be the most ultimate goal of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Ukuma Pima, Apim Gusu, a Babri Biada. Yanka Sepi, a BC episode, Dano. Akwanche ba ya si di mi nyane se me kasa dodo nti ma kuma za Asante ko be kuye o ba ya mo ze France fo abu jojo para do atrase ba be ka se ye be twetwe nkomo na afi miracles aboaje so okan PP communications team so ba ka me sa wa say na bia ko kama ma menche omo mudi omo wo da na nyina so Udi wa happy birthday Sonko nkoma na we enkoma happy birthday Sonko nkoma okay so George Mbia no akasa na busuafo surprisingly mu nyina idea ma one is my own big sister Christiana Mbia, my best friend Aziz Osman of Imperial General Insurance, Dennis Agbochi of GR Industries, Alberta Apia of Tema Women's Hospital, Pastor Godson Afo, over God's blessings and then favor. This is from George Mbia Multimedia Group. No, and paying for the back. Happy birthday, Shunku. On the dark side of life, Alex Badwam Construction, Alex Buampong, also here Kase Oma made the form. Yami Adama, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or a year half in Totroso. yɛba bɛtaa wɔkyi former dc so also yi kɛseɛ da w'anim so yɛba bɛtaa wɔkyi na biribia tumi akɔ kama ɛde ama abusuafoɔ nyinaa miracles atena se I don't know miracles deɛ wohwɛ na ɔbɛwɔ house na wohwɛ operado so operado was set in the house
operado house
oh nice
me phobia ni pa yes onim the anthem lyrics
and I was forced to sing the phobia song, you know.
Which one?
Be quiet and don't be silly.
Is that the lyrics?
I said, "Benyo, House 11 is a mighty team."
That
is what we all know. Our roots are roots. You'll be right.
Oh my goodness! So as for the democracy, Mudamun Chacho, Makacho's a league. You have any ever crown leaders? Now, because we're temporary league leaders, no problem. But the Kafu does it. Makasa do who skills be me you know or transfer matches be shown as a crown has George Akwaba Miracles Akwaba
you see senior
instruction say totom one you shouldn't say oh
be a you say fifa
oh we say we pon so but down has monte fako down there we say so na we na
down there to akreka yi
maybe am one what is say
so won't hear any new one more down you must una musu mbisi bi sisi mako mo
I see and you know and they say mo dem mo fa mo so dey na mo ti ba catch e be say to blame say well it's been a problem with us just last week Friday near a program outdoor program or a English Botiano. Maybe I'm referring constituency to Botiano. Amount from Botiano English or whatever.
Yeah, Domino boom.
I don't come. Gas out.
And I war
English amount from.
And I war a amount from. English amount from.
And we had three.
No, and the Botiano constituency.
Okay. Maybe I could but I think they're following. Maybe a sly MP.
Botiano English amount from.
Yeah. Equano. Horrible.
Aplaku
from Africa, so about Tobu to Tralcacra, Osabo anima. I see babies. Oh, horrible. How do we solve this problem? Because how do we solve it?
If you ask me,
Yachia into your no.
And my mean chair with you for it. O man hina sana me ba incident way so no.
Yeah.
And something unfortunate, something very sad. I see what you ma. Every well-meaning Ghanaian must condemn it. Right? And your mind are here. And on 7th January 2017, Yenra or my penny a year clarion call say, as a people, you're citizens, remember you're spectators. And based on that call, the GD said, "Am I in a home coin?" 1992, your car say and peso jaban biemu na ye de kebi mami kebi aman bo be ye adwuma no. Ba ye nim the entia ye kasa. Say bibi nkoyi wo man ma obetumi akebi na betumi akebi. Nti ne frame kebi mami kebi aman bo no. Oman yin say me kire ma adwen na so ne me yan adwen a. Ye mfa kontiba entu nhye me so embo mi nkume. Me no ka say abrantia e friend no Mohammed Anas Ibrahim, I don't know friend the Kaka, or Wedra, or Twa Yananamo, I want some other. The bonnet power day, the bonnet say, fix it here if you see, you need nano, about 2 movie. Every year active on social media, I started criticizing Abayano. Now, the unfortunate aspect is in his criticisms and the activism, no, and Brand TV were drug reporting them at police. Say, oh yeah, or man, about now you're unpopular. And I have seen a warning letter, police commander no home a Troy. I come my branch and they say we enjoy the activism now, about prosecuting. Now I can understand because Enchebi and now DCOP a friend is and your police commander your work here, Latin Kosifori. A baby general say obey disciplining Crawford. It's in the commander or a direct me troll letter. I'm an activist. Say, so we're enjoying the activism now. Sabi you sabi, or be prosecuting. So do you should be what the police refuse to acknowledge? They say the constitution of this country gives everybody the rights.
to demonstrate. And all could demonstrate here. Say nipa ne doors about me. One man decided to make a demonstration. I don't need to inform the police. The Public Order Act no is in context. There is an audio of Nkrofo voices. Our more threatens only a complaint was lodged with the police. Unfortunately, a branch in Kofi and Mureba and Omutusha. So, Meno can say, ya boa branch in Ekunu. I know there are disturbances in Edra. And you are careful. This scaling of Anas and Akaka could be the rallying pointer. I think Kofi be good streets move on my imwa. If say you better not Kofi fan who die so. Now there is a problem in this country. All castles in so toy roads here any day. Does it not fall and affect it? What we are doing to this country, any day your money and another don't know. You're unfortunate. This is the president. His claim to fame was leading demonstrations, and under him, we tolerated divergent views. Okay. It will be per se or your demonstration in power. I am calling on every young person in this country. Say, and now at us. Say, you know, sorry, and Kasa. Or China, a better one so. And now at us, no. If we don't speak up for us, and there will be nobody to speak for you. Okay. And all of us should let the people of this country know, say, Yama Bayin who said, you cannot take the life of anybody for granted. Because the parent and the Bonya Wire and they say, he's calling for a better Ghana for all of us. We cannot tolerate this. And as the national youth organizer of the NDC, I'm charging every young person to say, yeah, you know, I am cladding and signing red from today until say, Anas, Ibenya justice. And if justice is not given, we will advise ourselves further. Yeah, it's not my muha, okay,
so I've just listened
to call for fixes.
I've just listened to the commander, one DSP, contrary to the old Kawahano saying. Just this morning on Adom FM. No, the letter I've seen myself.
Exactly.
And then the audio, no. We all have experiences about audios and how they are treated in this country. And I thank God and I'm proud that you're a lawyer. And some of these things, kasasa, more than most subject a lot of your kasasa to a lot of scrutiny. Number 3, to say your interest, your partisan interest in, you know, when we are addressing a national issue like this, you're careful not to instigate because of a certain interest in Timinka. But the commander says that, one, they don't know and recognize the guy as a part of the fix the country demonstration. The commander admits that nipa bonifobi akotwashe no so around 1 a.m. Omukoena aba ne da nipa ye kana se me nchen. Ne de wa wunu nua kuma so say commander no so kan sem na o kan san sem na se be oditro akwohwe na de akoso bia no ono kwa do ko feda ekoka se mansin krache wo honom no. No, but
there is a statement to that effect from Fix It.
No, but that's what I'm saying. These documents I've seen all. But as of how almost a report, no, 2 parties in 2 sides in then we make our inference and deductions. This is the situation. This is how I see it's an echo. So on the side of the police, they are investigating. On the side of the family, led by the younger brother, Wakasana, or just say whatever the police has said this morning on Adom FM, contrary to.
No, but apart from anything, simple logic.
I agree.
Even the letter the police wrote to the young man, are they denying that?
In fact, probably we sit here that we also don't know the kind of advocacy that he was doing there.
It's on social media.
We have advocacy.
It's on social media.
If you are not careful,
activism, is the internet doesn't forget.
No, but I'm saying that let us not hold brief for anybody. He might be advocating genuinely.
But the letter the police wrote was wrong. The poliose do not have the power to warn anybody.
I'm saying, sir, the
police do not have.
Give the education.
It is the court that can do that. Even to sign a bond, the police cannot ask you to come and sign.
The police station,
the police can caution you, but the police cannot warn you. Yeah, two different things. Okay. My caution, the aye men ye be. But me between one and culture say the aye my one now, last one in here. Read the police letter. Okay. It's an indictment on the police.
Okay. So if it's coming from, we will look at that, all those things. I agree that you ain't mean to know me. Oh yes, oh come once a I agree perfectly.
And I see the good news is that Abranten activities in
it's on social media.
On social media. The internet does not
we'll do that. The most important thing, necessary, we should find the people who did such a senseless activity. If you disagree, it doesn't lead to you killing somebody. That's what I respect totally. It can happen to anybody. To obini one car, whether your opponent or whatever, it's a Ghanaian. Yes, Honorable Pacho, who Pacho quickly answer that.
Yeah, say, Meso Michia, I have phone now. Michia, a craft no phone. What do you say?
Who take you over from him?
Yes. Akuyana Mtraso. Akuyana, the same Akuyana Mtraso. It's me senior brother. Now, I don't pay no be name the as a. So about a fire.
Yeah, Dennis, when a young man dies, Pablo born a brain. Now, if you're like clocking and on right man.
Who according to
exactly, not natural causes.
Men come as a man.
Into a young man, so put yourself in.
I think and maybe say issue. No, I was worried. The first thing I'm hearing is I went to check out exactly what the situation is. Because we've been man do this room now out of nowhere. We be PFC soon or my tuition so no more bono. Now with me I it's a very worrying situation, a hard dream. But what is very dangerous and yet the fact say as MBC is what is more dangerous and they say the National Youth Organizer of the opposition party, the largest opposition party in the country, sits on TV, one of the largest platforms you can have, in the country, and saying, because of this, it is going to lead to, very few exact words we use here, but to sum it up, I say he's calling for an uprising on the streets. That's my.
We are calling for justice.
Yeah, so no, but
and that if justice but the impression is not given, if justice is not because. No, because he's trying to be. They are
the opportunity.
They are making the say ato kaka ewedra na yankasa ebetimi atom. Because I do activism every day.
Yeah.
So if I don't speak out today,
all right.
So that action is taken now. So everybody out there should speak, and we demand action immediately. Else we will advise ourselves in this country.
Okay, and see, I mean, he's trying to be subtle with exactly what he said earlier, but make grandson. You cannot get justice if we do this, because then you cloud the issues, with partisanship, and it allow mudi boneno, omo decide to trust them, kwan, to be doing no share sumase. Obie die wuboni say. Ade apto busuafo ani sei ebusuafo di areho sei yemma kwan na omo a esese omo hwe na omo de omo di boni efa ekwan yesa omo de omo fa so no yemma kwan no mu nyi omo adwuma no mu nyi omo hwehwe mu no mu make sure say justice na wo pe no ubenya, but you don't come on TV and inflame passions. Hwe omo him, this is the first time politicians are doing these things. And maybe no say issues be basi. Na say ma police for ekwan no mu yomodwuma. Then we try to quickly absorb some of these people under political, clouds. Na say ye police ni here sebe ye tunu Jamestown. What's the police for making headways? Omotumeri mama chese omo so much me no se me nsa. Omugu so mu yomo hwehwe mu. Ye mom kwan no mu yomodwuma. When this issue came, the NDC were all over the place, releasing statements here and there. There is this, that. But ultimately, the police have proven says, he said clearly, the gentleman is not even a member of fix.
Somebody drew the attention of the whole siege attention that on CTFM, or kind of different thing. And this morning too, he's saying a different thing. But
what he has said is that he's not even a member of the Fix It campaign. Yeah, what social media, activism on social media. He's there, I'm there. You are there, we are all there. Yeah, the fact that you can't about society, any developmental issues about the country doesn't mean that we belong to a particular group. Since when? And you say ubi kasem about Ghana in Puntua, ubi kukukuno. Ade operado some wa ka Ghana hebini, in some ma ka Ghana, imagine in some na on ka omayimu, ubi ababeku. How can we allow criminals to go scot-free just because of politics? Because of politics inti. When you can say abranti no, I fix it in some beer or continue be kuno. Utumi say mimi tie in some na utumi say locally no
problem.
Or no any problem locally. There are problems locally. So what do you say? What kind of police in the letter now? I have a copy of the letter from the police commander. Nowhere did he mention anything with respect to your friend saying fix it. Or say, my attention has been directed to what appeared to be a breach of the law by you board the date, when you are stated to have committed the offense of offensive conduct. Offensive conduct is activism. So what do you say? And then he says that there's a part, as an Nsakataso, that leads to the breach of the peace, contrary to section 207 of Act 29 something. And then he says that after giving this matter careful consideration, I have decided that no further action will be taken against you in this case. But you are informed that if you are reported again, it may be necessary to take proceedings against you in respect of the latter case. Where in this letter did any policeman write to the gentleman and say, oh, criticize you buying into no jai? We shouldn't do this to ourselves as a people. It is completely wrong. Where in the letter? Oh, you are talking about warning. What's the meaning of warning? Admonition, information, advice. Nini to me for me part of a warning. Or say, your reporter will say, why you know who be to me a community no. But me sure and say no, my dream no, me who say, me to me the way I chow. And we here say, me prosecute you. And police are allowed, they are liberty. In communal police, they are allowed at liberty to even sit down and even resolve issues at the police station if they're able to resolve it before it gets to the court. They are not just there to just pick everybody and take them to court for the purpose of it. Into the way, Jai. And yes, I will say you be one, you bet you also. And you find in a wallet and him, our police in natural say, a branch, and you fix it in same be a waka cantina or see ordinary court. Audio, what audio asem? It means that there's a certain thread of evidence, be your baby. What can threat be? I will say a branch in ya. Mon China police for koyo mushisho no munyenya sano menyina. Na police for me kanche and say, nipa way, ne this aboni way. Entino, based on your investigation, no. Yet you say, and you send me a better into say a basa. But if you don't do that and we come and sit on them, and there's going to be an uprising, and it is all a facade. For them in the NDC, anytime there are issues like this, somebody, and now can say, do you know number of people across the country who may have suffered this kind of crime? Allow the laws to deal with them. Allow the laws to deal with them. How many people? There are people who even say terrible things about government on social media. Who has gone after anybody? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Because of political power. Why in this country, be a KBB, TV, so on radio, so even community, be a sorry, even in the Volta region, even in the Ashanti region, don't we have people in the Ashanti region who are NDC, who are doing activism seriously for NDC, saying terrible things about the government? In the Volta region, when NDC was in power, didn't we have people in the Volta region who were MPP saying terrible things about NDC? And a Volta region for Kukubi, Ashanti region for Kukubi. We are not known like that as a country. This is a crime. A branch we are for all you know, and some be say, and fix it, say now, be a community we should be on almost fast with your kuno. After your kuna, you're the best
fix it.
Yeah, the best fix it. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. Mene Pablo Wahi. Say Obiang Musa mene Pablo Nyantokwa. Na pa wo de hwe twen wo behu. Ebia ni pakwa ne me so won tokwa wo baby.
Take care of
the pam. You pay say we say Pablo man won we dey Pablo na ye. But your community investigation bo so obia o. Na Pablo kai. But and you don't know this particular crime. But the chef Pablo clouded the judgment of the entire investigation. I am pleading with him and the NDC. This is not one of the meats they should chance on. Nema police for you. Nema be bro home between their politics and your political power. They should leave this gentleman and his family alone.
Okay.
All right,
so my name is Pablo.
I don't know where this explanation is coming from, but you see, the records of Kaka on social media, his activism, the letter from another statement issued by Fix It, and then the Economic Fighters League. No, all points to the fact that he was an active member of that organization.
Fair.
Fix It is not a member, NDC for and we are not behind Fix It. I am speaking because as a Ghanaian and as a youth leader, the GD said, this is not the first time. We all saw the threats on his life and how they had to take him into hiding. And he said, Dennis Etna, no creating impression is there under his administration, under Sarabine way, lives of individuals have not been at risk. It's an unfair statement.
Okay, so let's manage this situation well. If it is not managed well, it will come across as if, say, yeah, and blog say, you nibia to a minor, a being see that. No, but sensitive. Individual beer, individual beer, Miami Manase. Say, Mount me for 20 now, up and down, and yet excited.
Exactly.
But now we should attempt to always, because the kind of me picking say, why you're careful, like I'm something on my it's a Manasseh issue. Now, Obia capitalizing on that. Because you didn't come and telling me or can't say me there. No, Obia capitalize now. I can't fancy me, but that we don't solve the major issue, the root cause.
Apologies. The danger is that one some of the very known Fix-It campaigners in Ukraine may be at risk as we speak. Because of this.
But they have already come out to tell us. Fix-It to the country and say people are threatening.
Can you imagine?
They've already come out.
The government is threatening them. Which people? Which are the people? Which are the people?
With the government.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Yeah, Tata Manasseh. People are
but you cannot conclude like that.
How do you conclude this? How? You see, it's a very dangerous thing.
When Manasseh did,
because you cannot conclude like that.
When the evidence abounds,
that one we cannot fight.
Yes, to come and share video of a young man there or you associated with the NPP, not threatening Sami JMP. The video went viral. The macho man is not associated with the NPP. Is he not known? Or you known NPP member?
These are one out of the million.
If it is even one, and there is an incident, an MP sat on TV and threatened Ahmed Swale.
Yeah.
Was he not killed? So you don't even start it. Because maybe the MP was not the one who committed it like he rightly put it. But based on that threat, we saw how Manasseh was hounded in this country. When this boys' issue started,
how do we solve this problem?
Because you see, we have the insecurity problem is one bit. The second aspect, how some of these things have thrived under this government.
So as a country, you believe that we are insecure?
Of course, yes.
What are the pointers of an insecure country?
When people are murdered for expressing their views.
Honorable.
Who was murdered in this country for expressing his views?
When people are murdered, when people are haunted, when you are chased out because you speak in your mind, when you put down the story, and you tell me that there is no insecurity, the number of about when people even speak, the culture of silence, and you are telling me that there is no
in this country has been murdered for expressing their views. Just one.
The clear case is Kaka.
Oh, can you imagine?
The clear case is Kaka.
Why your investigation are confirming that Kaka has been murdered for expressing his views? You don't need any investigation. You don't need any investigation.
We are so strong that because you speak law. You speak law. So you don't speak law.
NBC no, and now I share NBC.
No. Maybe you should make NBC. You speak law. Your language is different from the ordinary Ghanaian.
Has he been murdered or he's not been murdered?
But who concluded that he was murdered because of A reasons?
There were series of events that led to his murder. There were threats on his life.
Political threats? For expressing his views?
When people tell you, say, you are making us unpopular.
Where? Who is that? Where is that evidence?
There is the
audio. Audio.
To support your claim. The audio is from the president, it's from me, or from somebody in government.
Because lawyer
unverified share no panya no ya je
unverified audio mo fa.
Na NDC constituent secretary na e audio no to support their claim.
Yeah.
Me dey am NDC follow by na me nya nka me Pablo Fia me am no fa no me am Belino. So that he will go and give further details to the police.
Because he seems to know more.
Yeah, he needs to know more.
The
police should just speak him. I'll go with him.
There is an audio out there that were threats.
We can take
the audio from who did the audio?
That were threats.
An NPP person did the audio.
There were issues. There were issues in the community.
Yes.
There were issues of threats on a young man's life.
And it's government
because of his activism.
Because you concluded that. Oh, Pablo.
We can continue to do this because it is not you.
No, it's a conclusion.
It's a conclusion. You have conclusion. You have conclusion.
No, it's a conclusion. No, don't paint.
But a life has been lost.
No, but don't.
I agree.
Yeah, but
a life has been lost.
Don't paint the situation as if say, Sebi, he's insensitive to the plight of the family and to the whole situation. No, he's saying that to get to the bottom of some of these cases, you are very careful with pronouncement, but you sympathize with the family. But pronouncement that can lead to case.
Your conclusion is that there is no insecurity in this country, Meboa.
I said, what is the pointers?
There are too many pointers.
Yeah, but that's my question.
Too many pointers about the state of
the fact that I'm asking the question doesn't mean that
I'm saying there are too many pointers.
What are the pointers?
The insecurity in this country. You don't need, your cousin rep is so locator in law. The matter itself speaks for the matter speaks for itself. I don't need to come here and tell you about the issues of insecurity. Everybody sees
Give examples.
I don't need to give you an example. Everybody sees it. The matter is clear on the face of it. So we are living in a time, it's a difficult time. And I'm improving because that is the time we live in. So we can sit here and pretend say but the bonfire say yes, but we are in it. Anyway, let's come to the 170 million.
The court in a ruling on Wednesday, June 8, 2021, refused to grant the government of Ghana an extension to apply to set aside the award. Okay, so 170 million judgment debt punished culpable government officials NDC to Akufo-Addo. Those are from moving. Why? From moving.
The meno, you be 170 million. You be year money at the tax. You be chiaka we invite. If I am if I will be a Ghanaian, this scandal is worse than the way you make scandal.
Why? How are we arrived at this point? Because of the.
Then a coffee we in our buy. Aban we buy. Say aban we to nebo. Edi year dia was say 1 year. Not to nebo share near memoir. Some of this 170 million judgment debt are avoidable. Excavators association. You know that's cost you and I so much money in court. To the extent that the president still can tell us boldly because he's leading a lawless regime. It's in front of lawyers and you catch and say excavators, endorse what I want to say court. Meanwhile, the court is pretending judgments against that. A clear case of 170 million. I said in another day. Emra yegna energy crisis from 2013. I buy no April no echo year emergency power agreements be. Out of it and a car power buy. And no man send power, and no man a marry buy. One of them ASR GPGC for contracting. And I buy you buy and I must say here into most set up committee be head by one Ahenkra. And I must say we terminating contracts. The reasons for terminating this contract are laughable because at the International Arbitration Court, I didn't pay then the call Professor Fiajo, Ghana, and then the call because they triggered a clause in the contract. And I'm okay. As my Professor Fiajo, the 3-member committee in Accra and say the reasons for termination were 3 stated in the letter now about change. One, the first reason on mine they say GPGC a building permit, which was false because they produced a building permit from the Katamanso District Assembly, and they have the power to give that building permit. 2, Omunya financial closure, which was also false. And then 3, Energy Commission, Momo, and Krata, a trace on between a producing power. Meanwhile, according to the committee, Energy Commission board at that time. Now you constitute here, and as a president for the constitute board. They had to be constituted for them to give them. So the tribunal said, say, a laughable, said, for want of a better word. Nya said, any reasons for termination. And Tarsu. Thank you for the alternative word. And Tarsu, some terminating contracts. It's, Ghana in 170 million. Omoma start decision.
It's 134. What are interest levels?
Interest levels. Omoma start decision. Almost some your opportunity, sir. Where arbitration? It's arbitration award, no. Mopa. Monko courts. Now, Monko trade their court is between. I say, yeah, court ever question decision now. And Omoma in time frame. The decision was in January, 21st January 2021. I buy a few on man on Babedai. We hired a private law firm called Omni Strategies today. Cherry Blair and a year Omo League Council. Omo Bedu Ghana, anti-free until 3 days before the decision. And Omo court the court this time Omo extension. The court granted them an 8-day extension because then Omni Fono every draw said they are not interested in the matter because Omo sure little substance was in there. Omo between agents are fighting. Now the question is, why the government in the first place didn't terminate the contract? There was another window for us when the contract was terminated. Our government could have met them, renegotiated. There were negotiated agreements. They relied on some unsigned document. Meanwhile,
unsigned document.
That's what our attorney general.
The Ahinkra committee.
The Ahinkra committee's report. Ahinkra himself
that report
denied.
Is not effective.
Ahinkra himself denied that they recommended the termination of the contract when Ahinkra went before the committee or called before arbitration. He denied of no knowledge.
So what's the issue with the report now?
The report is what the Attorney General is running around and said the report recommended a termination of the contract. But Ahinkra himself was a witness for the government of Ghana at the arbitrations committee. Ahinkra denied knowledge, and it is in the report. Article 490 to 460. Denied totally, said, Onim Hoshe. And he did not make that recommendation, say, you can cancel contract. No? So now the question you ask is, on what grounds was that contract terminated? Contractor about before Parliament, and this is where the issues are. Contract about before Parliament. Cabinet, Parliament, got parliamentary approval because it is an international contract. Went through all of it. The Mines and Energy Commission of Parliament and MPP members also sat on it and agreed. Now, the Papa Mumpa, if government decides to terminate the contractor, don't you come back to Parliament to report to Parliament? Say, contract, we are more approving, you know. You decided to say, yeah, fine, yeah, none of these things happened. To the extent that even when the contract was terminated, according to the arbitration report, and everything I'm saying is based on the report. Yeah. According to the arbitration report, the then energy minister, Wache Jakune, the deputy, even made advances to the company and assured them, so, Omo who said, they did not use proper ways, proper means in termination. They will give them an opportunity to come back. For some of us, we believe that Banwe has not done due diligence, costly and financial loss, and anybody who is involved in that financial loss should be held accountable. The president himself, President Nana Dankwa, owns me extricating one and exonerating from this because it was a cabinet decision, and he's the head of cabinet. And I'm not saying. And we decided a contract that there was nothing wrong with, decided to terminate. And now you come and listen to almost flimsy excuse of excess capacity. And that is what they are saying, oh, government, excess capacity. What is excess capacity? Who produces energy? In villages, we bring on Makania and do honorable. So when you have more capacity, it is to expand so that everybody can get some. Valco is not in operation. You know why? Because there is not enough energy. B5 are producing at 30% capacity. Currently, they employ about 1,400. When they are producing at full capacity, they have the potential of employing over 5,000. What is the problem with B5 and not producing? Because they don't need enough energy. So what is the issue of excess capacity? Before we left, every Yama Burkina for 100 megawatts of electricity. It was supposed to have been expanded to 200 megawatts so that we'll be exporting electricity to Burkina Faso. Many workers say, after their president, Mama Ejedu, nothing has continued. So that argument of excess capacity is neither here nor there. And based on our excess capacity, council. Meanwhile, under President Akufo-Addo, when you claim that there is excess capacity, you sign another contract with Temal LGM with the same terms. Same terms. I'm going to terminate you, BDNO. Same terms. Now, the idea police said this GPGC contract was the cheapest to Ghana at 4 cents megawatts. It's the cheapest. The other favorable conditions are there also our contract. You know, government had no responsibility, no letters of credit, nothing. And it was for 4 years. PPA, the power purchase agreement, it was for 4 years. And the total cost was at $99 million. Government had no liability. Almost producing here, taking power now, then we pay for it. Then you terminate it. And today, you and I will have to find 170 million. They said this issue, so I judgment worse thing you made impo. And you see, you almost quest for let's terminate contracts because this government did this. About when the if you terminate, no reason, no justification whatsoever. And I'm terminating our contract. And I mean, no can say the taxpayer must find $170 million minus legal fees in the amount. I saw another legal fees in about 6.something million. I mean, no, I see a pescani each year. Even in the worst case, we could have paid 18 million to save ourselves from this 180 million. I buy any boon and go so. And when we had the opportunity, and not the money is serious, no. When we had the opportunity as a country to defend ourselves in court, our incompetent Attorney General was asleep.
No.
What is wrong with incompetence? Didn't they call President Mahama incompetent?
Listen, I'm not saying that. What is the basis for the incompetence that you
when you had 28 days to appeal and nothing happened. And then 3 days to the decision, you rush back to the court and say, open extension of time.
But what followed the Attorney General's conversation?
I have followed.
I
have followed, and I've also followed the decision of the court because the court refused to give them the extension because the court said we were not serious.
Okay, so clearly they need to appeal. What did they sit at moving pick to do? That online interrogation. What did they do?
Whatever they start to do, the decision of the court is that the Ghanaian team was sloppy. Whatever they start to do at moving pick, the final decision, if you court they said we were sloppy. We didn't take the matter serious. January 21st, any amount judgment, arbitration. And then they gave you the right of appeal. And then 3 days to the time, deadline, the 3 days, you are now going to England to go and seek an extension of time.
Okay, so the government,
what are you telling
probably
us?
then is the government issue because this Attorney General,
who represents the government?
This Attorney General took over when 5th of March.
Godfrey Dame cannot extricate the year old me who
he took over 5th. Yeah, my appointment 5th of March, correct?
Right from the arbitration, Godfrey Dame was one of the lawyers that represented the government of Ghana. He was part of Gloria Kufuor's team. My name pushing Gloria under the bus. It is the two of them. But in all this, it is President Akufo-Addo and Mahmoud Bawumia that we should be blaming. They had cabinet. And it was a cabinet decision that has set this country so badly. In the energy sector, when a big boy like Exxon, they decided to few chroma, so many questions. Because they have the shocks to have almost strengthened, understanding all shocks. Exxon is the biggest in the industry. In the upstream. Exxon is the biggest in the world. If Exxon, a few economy man, you think there are no questions? We should be asking ourselves what are the reasons why Exxon and Co are leaving.
So Miracle, continuously I'm asking myself, I don't know, some of the times, avoidable pressure, avoidable a car, avoidable your man better as well as mine. Then we start the blame game. NDCC, MPP, MPPC, NDC. Then the challenge that has brought us this trouble, you may ignore. Not still MPP, NDC. Why? Because can be video, and we keep bringing this to ourselves.
I want him, but that's it. Now, and the problem me, my shadow ain't here when home to me. But we are no more going to meet you. Why? I'm going to be able to. I want him say you can't cause financial loss to the state in some PPA issues here. And I say in many years, here the causes are NDC for now. Now, I could be saying this because we share PPAs and this is for signing here. As a do baby no, now it's almost ton tomatoes. Obi a pentem April no, aka kope investor about my name no signing PPA. And there's a reason for that. The reason was that almost signing a very dubious contract. Contractor, a chiche Ghana mindset to the point say omunya the pen esi people so nko there wa okofa investor ne buy no benya sika didi. And you know at that point obi e kope biaba. And I'm very happy so no kasa kasa do bi okay say omo they omo pray omo sign emergency power agreement. The first question we should ask ourselves
about
is
the emergency itself.
What's it?
Emergency was the meaning.
So we are a double. Until I say open on there, yeah. Open on there, yeah. It is open on there. You let me flow. Let me throttle.
And I'm emergency tree then.
Oh, have you?
Open. Exactly. Stop the mischief.
The outcome we issue. Let me throttle. Mr. What am I coming? And see, I say a struggle.
But the agency that was attached to the PPA agreement, you know, it ended up that there was no agency in the whole thing.
I know. I didn't come on yet.
No.
Oh, the DPC is on me there.
But you have a Mary.
No, Mr. I didn't come make a DPC. Make a DPC. I didn't come on yet. And see, I do, baby.
There are other deliberate acts on the part of government to frustrate the system.
They signed the contract in 2015.
Conversation.
They signed the contract in 2015. Yeah. They didn't have to wait till 2018. They signed it in 2015. So if it was an emergency, you signed an emergency contract in 2015.
But the responsibility of government was shared.
Between 2015 between 2015 and 2017, almost signed a contract.
But you ask yourself, what happened?
But they developed almost
no, how do I operate?
Until maybe between 2015 and 2017.
They were building
where? To me, a human required moment to obey. How do you sign a contract? Or sign a contract? How do you sign a contract with a contractor? Now what catch and say, beton kania mami. Kania na over beton mami no. Se who generate here? Se me use me tuyaka. That was the first thing. Take or pay. And require the number one biggest headache that we have as a government.
But you've just signed.
Let me speak. Probably I don't like what you're doing. And then the number one headache. Take or pay. Say, at the end of no mobile bay, you know. Scania now be generating, no. Say, me use meet your own car. Number two, what say? Contracts now me no was signing, no. Say, and you're signing on the June 3rd, 2015, no. Say, conditions now will come once, no. Am I? Conditions now will come once, say, those conditions must be met, which was in clause 1, no. 2A, 2B, and 3, and they say, some conditions, no, whether ye meet you, whether my mafemu deal, mon ya mafemu deal, contracts no effective. And he said, ye mu be aka say ye terminate contracts no based on non-performance and I say non-fulfillment of obligations. No maybe I listed clause 25 no. Sa no many ye be tria ma. No ma hene. Say wo provision store kra. Na say won me call into a contractor. Would you sign a contract as absurd as this is? But there's a reason for this. There is a reason why you paid before in 2015 under John Dramani Mahama. Ever sign a contractor, say contract na me no sign no. And then kwa ya sign there so to me your afemu deal. Want to me your afemu deal. Say me ka say me no won ye adwuma bi one. E say me tua wo. Sika wo de be set up business no. Sika wo de be tutu nyoma asen yako. Emfaso a anka wo ye adwuma na anka wo benya for 4 years ni nyina no. Se me ka say wan ye wa afemu di enti me terminate a me tua say sika ni nyina so ma. It was in the contract. Who does this? Why is the NDC like that? Why are they like that? Are they now who they on mine? And you see what they did to us, no? But for me, I say we were between the devil and the deep blue sea. Kwesi ananta twene. Uboma mi wu. Wan bo o papa be wu. And I say uboma o papa be wu. Wan bo o mi be wu. Whatever it is, you are losing a bigger part of yourself as a country. Minimum contract den ka wo sign here. Me say e ba me so me bia ma. So when to man you me dia na ma kom baby. That is how you sign contract. Contract na mo sign here no. Mu wie no na mo ka che yen say. Sa adwuma na mo GPCC for mo ba be yama on my way no. You will not maybe as I say, young so as a ban, including your friend is parliamentary approval, which was in the first clause, which in this year, my woman, yet name himself, international contract and agreement, Biano, and your parliamentary ratification as I day, are yet effective. What trust are they work clause 1? Who we are? Now, I say, I ben nullify, I didn't work clause 2. You see, what sign a contract here? So, Kofa. Nipa na odi asem ama Pontius Pilate Jesus Ambreso kra no ebe ye lawyer kra obedin kugu because the contract itself was signed in a way Ghana will lose money anyway. Now the entity almost signed that kind of contract was because omo mpanimfo ni nyina no omo check sa companies nechi GPCC address a company ne ba o my way mu ebe register as an entity. Deputy Attorney General or no, eka na almost drafted contract no, on the office na company ni operating from. On the office so, enti obi say no, ebeba no sign and an unsigned contract bond say Emma or mine. So the financial loss to the state there, it was caused by the drafters of such a wicked contract on us as a country, because apart from in some market,
but that's horrible. So all by other who will be drafted. A poor, you still stand the opportunity. Say you could have rectified and corrected.
If there was none. Unless he should tell us where in the contract. No, he should tell us where in the contract that gave us. I beg you. You cannot just say no. He should tell us where in the contract. Now a woman say.
Who so be your man here, Papa? Also, I'm surprised.
Contract. So maybe it should be black and white. And the BR about subsidy and I
don't have a problem.
No, it should be black and white.
In Parliament and all those.
The energy minister then picked a report of a committee almost set it up in September 2016, a Henkra committee. Almost set it up.
But it doesn't fly because what makes a committee's report unique?
No, I'm not a committee, it's a recommendation.
Yeah.
In Tomama Yashishemu, no Mudo ministry, they say, Yashishemu. A Ghana. See a power purchasing agreement in a dozen. Boka. In fact, see a giant power purchasing agreement in Akoswa, Yaka, Yeboka 586 million, almost about 1,600 megawatts of power. Eshibu. Yeboka over 586 million every year. Now see a giant running for the entire period, the coping by 2030 now. Yeboka 17.6 billion. And to end your recommendation is say, yen share agreement nibi. Now yen terminate. Send your buyer a best saving, and this is where I need to pay very, very close attention to Amahine.
Okay.
Almost say termination. I say to avoid paying such huge capacity for excess surplus for the plants to sit idle. It requires that some PPAs be terminated and others modified, i.e. deferred or downsized, even though such terminations and modifications themselves may come with cost. And see, that's why I said we're between the devil and the deep blue sea. Say you terminate you terminate you.
It's coming with cost.
And at that point, the decision is they ain't never come on. We have 11 PPAs as a terminator on contract.
I don't go in for the one and another one or that
hold on, Mebamba. The one, let me read something to you from the committee. I'm going to say, GPCC agreement.
This is gone from the unsigned report.
This is
gone from the unsigned report. The court rejected.
GPCC, their recommendation to be terminated. That's the exact recommendation. To be terminated. So we didn't just go and pick which one was cheap. We were picking which one the technical people have recommended as viability for termination. And this is what they are saying. This is an emergency power plant with a 5-year PPA. Used plants, not new, and high tariff. Major equipment has arrived at Tama Port awaiting tax exemptions to clear. Based on the 2018-2030 demand-supply capacity balance and the tariff rank of this project, the full capacity of this project will be in excess, resulting in an estimated cost of 115.48 million, blah, blah, blah. And then they went on to give all the issues with the 11 PPAs. Now, they are thinking it's cumulative, should be terminated or will be losing 17.30. In effect, the Attorney General had to take a decision quickly to save us from paying 586 point something million every year. Once he terminates those 11 PPAs, as we speak, from the Attorney General, sa cost from the termination of these PPAs is around just a little over 500 billion. including the GPCC, which is costing 170 million. Just about 500 million.
Just about.
We have saved ourselves 586 million every year. By paying 500 million.
Not true.
Well, let me speak. If it's not true, you have counter fact.
By
paying 500 million, by paying $500 million for these, your friend is saying arrangements. What's here? Catch and so excess capacity. No, you are generating the power before you extend your lines. Who does this? I buy Papa Bang in a castle generating power. It's in electricity. Yes, store.
Just last week.
Oh, Pablo, note it. I know how, it's worrying, but yeah, retro. Electricity, no? Oh, generator go. And so why can extend with distribution lines? Okay. What's the export? One of the reasons why B5 Plus is unable to use some of these emergency power plants. One of the reasons why we cannot export is because, irrespective of it being 4 cents, it is still too expensive for our buyers to be able to afford and utilize.
Pablo.
I think we're trying to say, Obi or no buyer, no. Or taking actions and making sure say you best say your long-term cost. No, what's your new financial cost? Now, what was sign a contract to Bonno? Then for you.
Say miracle that's now not say Deputy Attorney General Company PDS Mesa, Ejapa Mesa, current Deputy Energy Minister. Was he not a director? You know why he acted as a director? Because he was a lawyer to the company when it was being registered. When foreign companies are coming, and that is how we lawyers make our money. And we need to do. Maybe before you are appointed a minister of state, and now to even be a member of parliament, or your letter at the deputy speaker, declare. What you should find out is that the Dominic Ayine act in that field. He did that. He was not, even though the firm is for him. I will say is that because his firm was working before he became Attorney General. Immediately, Attorney General, his firm ceases to work.
Drafting the agreement.
He didn't draft any agreement. The company, there was a lawyer in his company with Ayine and Felios who acted as a lawyer for GPGC. It's, the initial address the company will use, because they don't have an address in Ghana. No, it is not an issue.
But you're making an issue out of it. Yeah, you're making an issue.
Have I made an issue out of it? No, we did not hold Messa's confirmation because of it. It was held because of statements or non-minister.
Okay, so
quickly. And now on the issues of take or pay, same conditions under President Akufo-Addo. Tema LGN. LNG, the same contract. So what is he talking about?
Thank you so much for watching.